Dokely, and we're here. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Bruce here with Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to this morning's show. It's good to see you. Just let me try something. Hang on. I thought I'd clear you up a little bit. It's good to see you. Just let me try something. Good morning, everybody. Nice to have you here this morning. It's good to see you. It is Thursday, July the 1st. It's Canada Day here. Canada is officially closed. I'm on, and I want to welcome you from around the world to my channel, Stock Markets with Bruce. Uncle Bruce here. We're going to follow the markets in plain English, see what is going on, try to interpret what's happening, try to make some money, figure out where you want to be and where you don't want to be with certain investments, certain stocks, that kind of thing. And we'll see if we can stay out of trouble and go from there. Thank you all for joining me today. Been watching a couple things here in the pre-market. Looks like the markets are on a positive note to start the day, which is good. The Dow has a gain of 73 points so far in the pre-market, 1 hour to go. S&P is up 5.4 points, NASDAQ down 11. Canada market is closed today. I think the rest of the world is open, far as I know. Oil is up smartly today, up $2.12 a barrel to $75.59. Oil speculators are running at all-time, they're running on all cylinders. I mean, the rumors are rampant about the possibility of OPEC doing production cuts or limiting deliveries and all this stuff. I can tell you this, okay? This is an old man talking who's been around way too long, maybe not. Ever since the 70s, when OPEC was created, these oil producers created this loosey-goosey coalition. They haven't been able to get their act together. They rarely have had an opportunity to keep their acts together. Whenever they fear issues, whenever they have problems, financial in particular, they say that they're allowed to produce so many barrels, or they're going to produce so many barrels each member. The problem they all have is that they're all spending more money than they're bringing in. They can't control themselves, and on an individual basis. And so you have countries who are financial basket cases they have this incredible amount of oil, like for example Venezuela. They have an incredible amount of oil, and yet they're financial basket case. They're African countries, and there are others who are just sitting on huge amounts of this product. And if they were to get their act together and were to team up with the Russians and limit supply of the product, they could run it to $200 a barrel. If you could cut the world back on availability, it would go to $200 a barrel, no problem. The problem is that they can't get their act together, and the good news for the Western world, I guess, is because OPEC has had some success in keeping prices up over the decades, additional technologies have been created to produce oil. And so we had a lot of oil come out of the North Sea, from the UK and off the coast of Norway and Sweden and so on. There's oil, a lot of oil has been discovered in Russia. Canada is the second largest supply of oil in the world. Canada has that much. The United States has got a huge amount of oil, and it has found ways to produce oil. And so in the last 30 years, the Western world, in particular Canada, the USA, Britain, the European Union, and other countries have found ways to produce oil to not be as dependent on Mideast oil. The other thing that's happened is that on a per-person basis, we're using less oil per person than we were back in the 60s and the 70s. And that trend is continuing because, of course, climate change is a big problem. And governments and companies and individuals are trying to find a way to go green and be greener about things. And so oil consumption per person is dropping. Availability of the product is a no-brainer. There is more oil out there than the world will ever need. And OPEC is trying to give us the impression that they're going to control production and they're going to make the price go up. and it's laughable. It's just laughable. The only reason oil is up at this moment in time is that it's July the 1st, okay? The big travel weekend for Americans, one of them is the July 4th long weekend. The other big travel weekend is Thanksgiving. And these are the two dates where Americans are on the move. And the thinking traditionally has been, oh, yeah, the Americans are going to get in their big, fat 8-cylinder trucks and cars and campers, and they're going to burn off all kinds of oil and gas, and it'll just cause the price to surge. What they don't talk about is that on the 5th of July and then the 6th and on the 8th, people are back home. They don't have unlimited holiday time, and the usage drops. And the so-called summer surge is over by the end of the weekend, like into next week. It's over. And watch the price fall back. OPEC will not institute a cutback on production. They will not be organized enough to maintain that kind of discipline. They're a collection of economic basket cases. The only country that's got its act together financially are the Saudis, kind of. Others who are who run it all right, who do an okay job of running their fiefdoms. The United Arab Emirates, maybe Qatar. Not sure about the rest of them. Oman, maybe. Bahrain, maybe. But I mean, these guys don't have enough single-handedly to affect the price. They just don't. There's been this worry in the oil marketplace, and this is so funny. In the pursuit of world peace, to keep Iran from having a nuclear weapon or weapons, the talk has been, well, if we let them sell their oil on the open market, they'll be able to bring in more money and improve the standard of living for their people, and they won't need to be as aggressive with respect to nuclear weapons. The fear among oil producers is, but the problem is that they're going to produce all kinds of oil and sell it all over the world, and that's going to drive down the price. We can't have that. And so you have countries out there that don't want the Iranian deal to happen. They don't want the Iranian oil on the market. There were countries that didn't want Iraqi oil on the market because they're greedy. The Russians were at one time the world's largest producer of oil. The good news for OPEC is that the Russians are so dysfunctional and so corrupt that they would rather pump oil out of an oil field as fast as humanly possible to bring cash in now, rather than control production in an oil field to make it last another 20 years. They'll run it dry in 5, and they'll leave the rest to just whatever. And in effect, they ruin their future revenues by taking fast cash now. The Russians are they're the worst when it comes to how to manage their resources. And they just don't seem to be able to get their act together with OPEC to kind of cut a deal with these guys in their own best interest. It's incredible. But because Putin and all of his buddies have taken over all the lucrative oil and gas pipelines and stations, storage facilities, and the fields, so-called private enterprise in Russia is really not welcome unless you're a friend of Putin and you're paying him off handsomely under the table. It's corrupt and it's completely shot. It's a complete disaster. They're running at 50% efficiency when they could be running at 100, which would be good for the country and its people. But screw the people and screw the country. The oligarchs are making their money, and hell with everybody else. And so that keeps, from OPEC's point of view, they love the Russian dysfunctionality. They love it because Russia can't get its act together. They can't produce enough, all the product they could be producing and all of the additional product they could be producing from refineries and everything else. They're a complete basket case. It's an amazing market. The oil market is a collection of absolute losers and winners. Canada and the USA have very strict environmental controls on the production of this product. In Canada, it is a nightmare to get environmental approval to drill and to produce and to refine and what have you, because of, again, environmental concerns. The problem is that Canada, unfortunately, can't charge a premium for its oil over anybody else. You have to sell the product at the world price if you can get the product to the world. Canada's big problem right now is that it can't seem to be able to build pipelines in its own country and or crossing the border into the US, where they are desperate for Canadian oil, desperate. Can't get pipelines across borders, can't get pipelines across Canada. You have provinces in Canada fighting each other over pipelines. And again, it's just as dysfunctional here, yet with incredible environmental restrictions, as it is elsewhere. It is laughable how dysfunctional the oil and gas business is on a global level. Absolutely amazing. And so the price of a barrel is 75.42. When the reality is there is more oil sloshing around this planet than we will ever use and we could ever want to use. And we really don't want to use this stuff. I mean, we really should be getting off of it, as much of it as we can. And there are obviously countries, Canada being one of them, the United States and others, who are trying to go electric with vehicles and trucks and all that. And that would be a pretty darn good idea. Europe is well down the road with regard to electrification in many areas, including all of its rail lines, and now going after vehicles across the continent. But crude is where it is right now, and that's just the way it's going. You've probably noticed the price of gas in your neighborhood has gone to levels you haven't seen in a long time. But I'll tell you something, I bet you some of you are paying prices per gallon right now that remind you of 2008 and 7 and 9, when oil hit $140 a barrel and gas hit $4 a gallon. 450 even. I bet you there are some of you out there that are approaching these kinds of prices, and yet the price is only 75 bucks a barrel. It's barely, just over half of what it once was 13, 14 years ago. And the price per gallon is just as high now as it was then, even though oil was $50 a barrel more, 60 bucks a barrel more. The gouging is nonstop. It never ends at the refinery level, the distribution level, at the retail level. Drivers get gouged every way to Sunday, and governments take their cut of the action, of course. And there's never an investigation by Congress about it. No, they do investigations about GameStop trading and retail investors, how crooked they are, trying to make a couple of bucks. But they're not going to investigate this business because, after all, the government is in this business. Governments are addicted to higher oil prices. Next door to me is Alberta, the province of Alberta. That's the oil province of Canada. That is the one province of Canada that lives and dies with the oil price. And the price of oil at $75 a barrel is a godsend to the Albertans, all 4 million of them over there, 4.5 million. The office vacancy rate in downtown Calgary, the oil capital of Canada, is 35%. It's an absolute disaster. There are probably jobs being offered right now for the first time in 4 years for certain positions, but I can imagine that the jobs being offered right now are contract jobs. They're not full-time hires where you get benefits and all this, because companies are too afraid to make the commitment to take people on a permanent basis. So they bring them on a contractual basis, 6 months at a time, 1 year at a time. And I bet you a lot of those folks are working from home. I think that's a good thing. I think the working from home thing is a great thing. But unfortunately for the office occupancy rates of downtown Calgary, I don't know if even $75 a barrel will be enough to save it by much. Anyway, there's my little rant on oil this morning. The markets, I have been saying to all of you out there, they're going to go higher. Your stock markets are going to go higher. Yesterday, the S&P hit a new all-time high close. NASDAQ is just below that. The Dow is within about a percentage point or two of all-time high numbers. These markets will continue to rise, and the reason that is are multiple reasons, but it comes down to, bottom line, one thing only. Like Jack Palance said in that Billy Crystal movie, when they went out to rustle the herd of cows in the West. One thing. And the one thing for the markets that will make them go higher: earnings of the companies that make up the indexes. The publicly traded companies out there that make up the Dow 30, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ 100, to just name 3 indexes only, just these guys, the current and future expected earnings of the public companies that make up these indexes are all higher, dramatically higher. We've already noticed it in the last 6 months. 6 months ago, we began to notice quarterly financials coming out from all these companies, which many of, all of which you know, especially the big name companies, and a vast majority of these companies are not just meeting analyst expectations, they are beating analysts' expectations for gross revenues and net profits. Some companies have been cautious to say, yeah, we've had a record quarter in sales, a record quarter in earnings, but we will not give you forward guidance because it's just too uncertain with the variants and the pandemic and all that. And so we will not give you guidance because we really cannot assure anyone anything, because what we are watching in our supply chain, we're watching in our distribution networks, we've never seen this before. But we are running a pretty good show, we're running a tight ship, and we're doing all right. But we can't give you guidance. And that's to be fair to us and to be fair to you. And that's reasonable. Analysts have cut companies a pass to say, all right, that's cool. Companies like Apple and Google and now Amazon and others have been posting record earnings per quarter lately, the last two in particular, that have never been seen before. Apple's last quarter was 40% higher than the year before. That is unprecedented, unmatched performance since the company was maybe a brand new company. I mean, this is just does not happen with a $2.6 trillion market cap company that they have a 40% increase in profits. Usually the hugest, biggest companies have a 5 to 6%, 4%, 8% growth. That's reasonable. That's fantastic. It's healthy, not 40. There is expectation that the FANG stocks, the mature companies like Facebook, and others will continue to post incredible financial results. And this is leading analysts to predict that the prices that what the shares are trading at right now, the prices that these shares are trading at right now on what's called a forward multiple basis, which means you take the expected earnings of the company next year, the year after, divided by the number of shares outstanding, you come up with a PE multiple, a price earnings multiple on the stock price, on the stock. And the analysts are saying that the kind of money that these companies are making and expected to generate is telling them today that the shares at current prices are trading at a much lower PE multiple, forward PE multiple, than had been the case in the last 2 years. So 2 years ago, if you were looking at Apple's shares and you were looking at how much money they were making per share, how much money per share, there was a PE multiple. And they were then estimating next year's earnings should be this much. And so the forward PE multiple is here and the forward PE multiple is there. The PE multiples are dropping going forward. Analysts are saying that companies are going to make so much more cash now, so much more in profits, that we're predicting that the shares today are trading at a much lower forward PE multiple than they were 2 years ago, when the markets were nowhere near where we are now on the overall index. And so the forward PE multiple of all S&P 500 stocks, Dow stocks, and NASDAQ stocks are dropping and have been for now the last several months because earnings are outgrowing share price movements. Even though stocks in some cases have gone up in price, earnings have gone up faster. Very healthy for the stock market. This is a good thing for the stock market. What can upset it? Out of control inflation can discount that kind of return, which we're not seeing that, not out of control inflation. We're seeing inflation here and there, but not out of control. Dramatically higher interest rates, we're not seeing that either. The money available to borrow, grab is unbelievable. So interest rates are incredibly low, will stay low. So without high inflation, without high interest rates, and you have companies earning much, much more money on a per share basis and expected to do so for the foreseeable future, shares are getting cheaper even though they're going up. Kind of odd to think of it that way, but that's exactly what is happening. So the market forward PE multiple of the stock market is dropping, and yet there's really good things happening for us, all of us, of course. The reopening of the economy is going on. The stimulus program is in full swing. The $1.9 trillion stimulus program is in full swing and will continue to affect this economy for another year. The infrastructure program is in full swing with respect to getting it passed. Republicans, Democrats, and those for and those against, more are for it than against it, and it looks like it's going to happen. There's going to be some form of an infrastructure program produced, passed, legislated into law, and this will add another 5 years of growth to the U.S. economy because it is all USA. It's a USA make work project to the nth degree. Millions of jobs, millions of them will be created because of it and sustained for quite some time. And it'll improve the U.S. efficiency numbers dramatically. Because again, when you improve infrastructure, you improve the environment for business to be more efficient, which means they become more profitable than they are now. And they're incredibly profitable now, despite all of the trials and tribulations up against them. This all translates into higher stock prices as a general rule. And so do not be surprised if you do see the markets continually setting new highs in anticipation of the quarterly financials coming out for the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter, and so on. It will not end. Every Friday or every couple of Fridays, we get the unemployment report. We get the producer price index. We get all these leading economic indicators. We get all these indicators that are backward-looking indicators, home prices, mortgage rates, home sales, car sales, everything. And it's all pointing to the same general direction. The economy is expanding. The economy is waking up, coming out of its hibernation, and there are cracks here and there that are a bit of a problem. One of them is shortage of labor. That's another indicator of a growing economy, shortage of labor. So for the first time in probably, I don't know how many decades, American workers, Canadian workers actually have the ability to get a raise, and they actually have an ability to make more money without just meeting the inflation thing. If your employer is coming to you and is offering you a cost of living wage increase this year, they are either inept, they don't know what they're doing, their business is failing because they're poor managers, they're doing incredibly well, but they're being greedy, keeping it for themselves, not sharing it with the workers. They are theoretically and should be basically asking for you to leave. They're basically saying to you, "Oh, you're not worthy of a raise because we consider you an expense, not an asset to the company, and so we're only offering a 2 to 2.5 or 3% raise. Which should take care of inflation for you, and that'll keep you as poor as you are now for another year or so. Thank you very much." That is your signal to get out, or at least to start looking aggressively to get out and move on somewhere else. A lot of workers in the past decades were afraid to do that because they were afraid to lose their so-called precious benefits, or whatever those benefits were. They were afraid of losing their health care because of perhaps pre-existing conditions and not being able to qualify to get into someone else's health plan. Who knows what the issues were? The pandemic has been the equalizer. It has changed everything for everybody. Everybody now has a pre-existing condition. We've all survived the pandemic. Some of you got the virus and survived it. Some of you got the virus and were very ill, but you survived it. But you now have technically a pre-existing condition. Technically. Insurance companies know, though, that without policy payers, they're out of business. And so if you deny everyone coverage, insurance companies go out of business. And so they have to find a way to accommodate people to take their money in and give them some kind of product for that money. And so, it's it's changing. The insurance thing is changing and is constantly under adjustment. But as an employee of a firm, or as a potential free agent employee of many companies, you're in a power position that you haven't been in decades. And I'm excited for so many of you out there who are going to be able to take this economy and this environment that we're in and make it work for you. All right. Again, I like the idea of the markets going higher. I believe in it. I'm convinced the Dow and the S&P and the Nasdaq will rise. I'm convinced that corporations will continue to post record profits, record results, and their shares will go higher because their PE multiples are are sustainable, I guess is what I'm getting at as well. Whatever their PE multiple is at the moment will be sustainable going forward because the earnings are rising and the shares in most cases, and in many cases, are not keeping up with the earnings increase. And one of them is Apple. I think that Apple shares are somewhat undervalued at the moment, not dramatically, but it has not kept up. The stock has not kept up to the performance of the corporation as a whole. Microsoft it's had a great run, and it's fairly priced. Google doing great. Facebook is the one stock that you've probably noticed has really taken a good run because those earnings are surging as well. Home Depot is another company that has had a phenomenal profit gain, sales gain. That will not stop. The reopening of the economy is good for Home Depot. A pandemic is good for Home Depot. It doesn't matter. Home Depot makes money no matter what the state of the world is. Walmarts of the world and others, Costco's, they all have their way of surviving because in the United States and in Canada, for whatever reason, governments of the world consider Walmarts and Costco's essential services, and they never shut them down. It's quite amazing. They might restrict how many people can go into the store, but when you go in the store, you go in to buy, not to dilly-dally. You go in to buy, get your stuff, get out. And that's exactly the way the retailers like it. They don't want you shopping for 5 hours. They want you in there for 15, 20, 30 minutes, get what you want, get out of town. We'll get the next one in here, and it's just cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. Of course, our other stocks that we love to follow have their own stories and their own situations and their own unique scenarios. And there's a lot to get excited about going forward. I'm just seeing a headline here. Initial jobless claims fall to 364,000 in the latest week from 411,000. Another indication that Americans are having no trouble finding jobs. Fewer and fewer of them are seeking unemployment assistance. Now, some states are cutting off assistance to their residents, claiming that they should go out and get a job and not sit around the house and get fat anymore. I don't agree with that nonsense, but you can't herd 50 cats into one corral and keep them under control. Certain states will go their own direction for whatever reasons. They have to deal with their voters later, so be it. But the reality is that the U.S. economy is opening up, and it'll be a busy travel weekend this weekend, and should be a very busy summer. And we're hoping and crossing our fingers that the variants will not be a major issue in the U.S. and Canada, North America wide. Elsewhere, we don't know. And we're watching it, and there is concern by health officials around the world about that. In any event, I think we're going to see better days. Stock pricing and so on. Our friends at Gore's Holdings are at $16.30, up 9 cents in the pre-market, holding their own. Over on SOFI, we're sitting at $19.24 a share, up about 5 cents a share on 262,000 shares so far today. U.S. unemployment claims dropped 51,000 is the headline, and oil could top $100 a barrel. Says people, it says analysts out there, and I think they're dreaming in Technicolor. But you're allowed to dream. It's okay. Gamestop shares $214.75. We're coming into the 32-minute mark before we start trading. $214.75 up 61 cents on 15-odd thousand shares of volume. NSH Navstar Holdings sitting at $10 even, but no trading actually. Over at SVAC, pre-market action very light, 1,000 shares, 1,300 shares, sitting at $10 a share. 23andMe closed last night at $11.69, up 17 cents. Yesterday, it's now $11.80 this morning, up 11 cents on 10,900 shares. The 23andMe is slowly but surely inching higher. AMC closed at 56.68 yesterday, had a 25-cent gain on the day. It's at 57.10, up 42 cents this morning. Just kind of hanging around, not going up or down really. It's just kind of hanging around. Let's see, VACQ, Vector Acquisitions, closed yesterday at 10.89, down a penny. Pre-market right now on 2,200 shares, up 21 cents to 11.10 a share. And that one has been inching higher and higher because of the Rocket Lab expected takeover. Waiting for the finalization on that. A Fifth Wall acquisition closed yesterday at 12.32. It's sitting at 12.31 right now on a couple of hundred volume. And that stock has been doing relatively nicely for quite a while now because of the takeover coming from SmartRent. Apple shares, 136.83, down 14 cents in the pre-market. Yesterday they were up 63 cents to 136.96. The shares for the last 52 weeks, just so you know, $89 for the low and $145 for the high for Apple. So the shares are $9 below their high, and that 145 number is the all-time high for Apple shares. So they're not, terribly down from their all-time high. I mean, $9 off $145. I mean, give me a break. It's like 6% off the all-time high. But the company's earnings are surging. They're showing right now a PE multiple, or price earnings ratio at the moment, of 30.7. And I'm not sure if that will stay that accurate. It could be that the shares are trading more like 25, 26 times earnings, based on the fact that the next financials coming out in the not too distant future could be phenomenal, will be phenomenal, and will lower the PE multiple again, and also on forward PE. But we'll wait for Apple to make the release when they do it, and see how it all kind of works out. IBM, this is a stock that I've been recommending to you now since January, February, March. 146.61 in the pre-market right now. That's kind of where it closed out last night, within a couple of pennies. That stock trades at 24.5 times earnings. It's a very low PE multiple compared to other high-tech stocks, and this is why I like it so much. It's a cash flow generator, a dividend payer. You buy this stock today, you're yielding 4.48% on your money just on the dividends. The stock, however, the company, is going to split into two different divisions, and I think shareholders will end up with two kinds of stock instead of the one. The question will be, how will the stocks do in the weeks leading up to the split, which is expected this fall? And how will the shares do within the first 6 months of the split? If you combine this stock with this stock and put it together and compare it to where the stock used to be, how are you doing? We're going to find out all of this soon. We're going to find out a lot more info about this split, and exactly the expected values and cash flows and estimations of each separate company as the summer wears on. And I will keep you posted as best I can as I dig this information out. There's a lot of news expected for these guys going forward. So we'll see how this all. Kyndryl is the name of the new company. Kyndryl, Kyndryl. Kyndryl is the name of the company, the second company, or the IBM Lite that is going to be spun out. And as a shareholder of IBM, I'm kind of guessing if you own a share of IBM, you'll still have a share of IBM, but you'll now have a share of Kyndryl as well. And that the IBM stock will be worth maybe 100 a share, and Kyndryl will be worth 46, something like that. There's your $146 price. But it could be that the IBM stock goes to 120 and Kyndryl goes to 50, and now you have a $170 value versus the 146. Thinking forward, so this is why I've been recommending to you, if you have capital available, take a good look at IBM call options for February next year, and grab some of those. Pick off 145s, 150s, or 155s and 160s. Some of you have been asking me, should I even look at 180s? You can look at $180 contracts if they're really super cheap. It's possible that they may yet double or triple anyway. Simply if the shares go to this 170-75 combo range, that could move the markets. But that you got to go out that far at least to take a look at this deal under that type of an investment. There you have it. Those are some of the stocks we're following as we are awaiting the opening of the market in 26 minutes from now. We noticed, we loved the day yesterday where we had a 30-cent gain on SoFi. We had a lovely gain yesterday on Gore's Holdings. And we rather enjoyed that wonderful news announcement that came out from Matterport and Facebook regarding a partnership of some kind being done between the two for the Matterport 3D imaging services. And that really pumped up the Gore stock, because obviously the press release that came out from Matterport, the first paragraph in the press release mentioned the fact that Matterport and Gores are merging together on July the 20th, I believe it is, and the shares immediately popped up. We had a 189 gain yesterday. Shares hit a high of 1727. They closed at 1621, and they're now at 1635 this morning. To maintain this run up that the shares got, and we'll see what happens. The collaboration with Facebook AI research sure didn't hurt at all, and it's kind of like a good housekeeping seal of approval for Gores, which through Matterport Gores. Cool beans. Keep in mind though that very small percentage of the stock market knows what Gores is, who they are, what they're going to be, that they are going to be Matterport. It's once Matterport takes over Gores, and we call it Matterport, then every announcement on Matterport will just be a Matterport announcement with the new symbol, and we don't have to worry about this two-step thing anymore about, oh, well, buy Gores because there's good news on Matterport. No, you just buy Matterport because there's good news on Matterport. All the shares will just churn over into the new entity, and I think you're going to have a very good summer and fall with respect to the Matterport shares and their performance. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm sure you are too. And I welcome you all to my channel today. From wherever you are watching me around the world, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the 271 thumbs ups already for this show. I appreciate that. And I hope that a lot of you will make a bunch of money today and tomorrow and all summer long. As we continue going forward. Classes and sessions, just so you know, I am doing one-on-one sessions with you. I do offer those. These are going to be restricted going forward dramatically, only because we're launching our classrooms now. We're launching classes on weekends. I will be doing classes on Saturdays and Sundays for viewers. These will be live classes on a private telecast. You'll be able to register for live classes probably starting next week. I'll be bringing on announcements to that effect very, very shortly. We are still finalizing the final format on how this is going to get done and delivered. I know that through indications from a lot of you, through this chat that I'm pointing at right here, and also through private communications, emails, and live one-on-one sessions. A high number of you are very interested in these classes on how to, in particular, on options, but also on trading strategies, how not to make mistakes, all this kind of stuff. By the way, Chris Stock, thanks for becoming a member. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that you're here. I love it. It has become evident, obvious to Jennifer and I, that no matter how many people I have in a live class, we will not be able to satisfy the demand of all of you who would like to have a live class session with me. There just aren't, I can't do 1,000 people at a time live. I mean, I'm doing 1,000 people right now live here, and there's a million questions coming in all the time. And it's impossible for me to keep up. And I have to cover the entire markets, let alone one topic. But doing a single topic for, say, a 2-hour class, I can't have 1,000 people in the class. It's not going to work for you. It's not going to work for me. So we have to severely limit how many people can join us for a live class. And so there is serious consideration going on here about conducting 2 classes on a Saturday and 2 classes on a Sunday, to have the same class done twice, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, on both days. And I'm looking to figure out a way to open up registrations for students, for you, where you can pick the class you want. You want the early class, you want the later class. Here's the Saturday class. This is what we're going to do on Saturday. Here's what we're going to talk about on Sunday. And now you can, register in advance. Once we do this, you'll have to wait for me to send this info out, because all the details and everything will be coming out. That will then give you a choice to try to register for class number 1 on 2 different times, class number 2 at 2 different times, and we'll kind of go from there. That's the live session. Those are just the live sessions. After the live sessions are done, my editor and I will edit the classes down into 2 specific forever videos, which we'll upload to the new website that we're about to launch as well. And those of you who missed couldn't get into either of the live classes or didn't want to be in the live classes, just want to see the class afterwards as many times as you want on the video, then you can get into those. And we'll start those on Saturday night, Sunday night, and then Monday, and then forevermore they go forward. And then every weekend, 2 more classes will be held on Saturday and Sunday, and we add two more classes to the library of options, choices that you'll have for future viewing, and so on. And through the summer, the hope, the dreams, and the wishes is that we will have up to 20 classes done, where you'll have 20 classes to choose from at least on the website, and you can pick the one you want to watch, or the 3 you want to watch, or whatever. Watch them all. Watch one. Don't watch any. At your leisure, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this is what's happening, and it's evolving, and it is daunting. It is daunting. The logistics are daunting. All right. I can't wait to do the classes. I just can't wait. But the logistics of pulling this off and attempting as much as we can to not upset anyone is the word. It's going to be impossible. I am getting ready to have angry people, because there are going to be individuals that really want to be into this or this or this or this, and we will not be able to accommodate every single request, because there are too many of you who want to make money in the stock market. I don't know that there's anything wrong with that. People tell me that's a good thing. You got too many people who want to watch your classes. Yeah, that's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. It's a frustrating thing, but it's a good thing. Better that than not have enough. That's true. So, folks, just bear with us. Please forgive me. I'm asking for forgiveness already, just so that you go. He's doing everything he can, and we will cut him. We'll cut him some slack. We'll cut the boy some slack, because he's just one guy, and there aren't 25 instructors, and there's only the one, and so just bear with me. We will make it happen, and I promise you that as each class goes by, and as each week goes by, we'll get better at it. we think we can get better at it. So thank you, all of you, for all of your encouragement and all of your pre-class approval, and telling Jennifer and I, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. We love it. We know you're doing everything as best you can, and we're with you. And don't worry, you can't possibly screw it up as far as we're concerned, because we're going to be giving you a wide swath of forgiveness to make this work. So thank you all, and everyone who are here. Love you, and I'm glad that you're with us this morning. I appreciate that you're here today. Okay, thank you guys. We are 17 minutes away from the opening, and I'm looking forward to this opening to see what's going to happen here. And well, let's just see what's happening. Let's try to make some money and kind of go from there. Let's see, any other comments I need to read here. I'll be happy to take the not live rerun classes, since not being able to yet deal with options with my broker, better to let people who already can be first. Let's see, and let's go here. And all right, T-Bone, I went call vertical, sold to his resell every 2 minutes, bring down lost bases. Never mind. Let's see, what else do we have? All kinds of comments, folks. A lot of people talking to each other, which is great. I love you guys for that. That's one of the beauties of this channel. If you're a member of this channel, you can comment all you like between each other. Ask me a question. I'll do the best I can to answer it if I can. And we'll kind of go from there. Try to keep the haters away as much as possible. Thank you, guys. Yeah, don't read the comments. We're going to have to relive this argument all over again. No worries. Oh, man. I'm already mad at you, Uncle Bruce. So don't worry about it. I'm going to hang on. I'm going to hang my Uncle Bruce University diploma on my walls as sheepy investor. And let's see. Thank you, everybody. Thumbs ups, everybody. Again, thank you for popping in and being with me as we get ready to open up for the day. Thursday, July the 1st, 2021. I hope you're going to have yourself a great weekend. I hope you're getting an early start to it for some of you. And if you're traveling, I hope you're traveling safely to get to where you want to go, see who you want to see. I think there's going to be a lot of emotion this weekend shared by a lot of people who haven't seen each other for quite some time. So it's a big one. I love it. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Good morning, Mr. Mojo. Thank you. Moses Valley. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Gang. Good morning, everybody. And Oscar Voss. Nice. The class will be tax deductible. That's nice. And so let's see what's going on. Chris, thank you for this. Holicity Trading as Astra Space today. Congratulations on that. Thank you for the donation, Chris. Welcome one, welcome all. The Dow is up 57 in the pre-market with about 14 minutes left to go. I think Krispy Kreme is opening today for trading. They managed to do their underwriting, their IPO. This is the second time they've gone public. And I think they did it at $17 a share, which is below expectations. If I recall, they were talking in the 20s a week ago. Some analysts are saying, don't buy the Krispy Kreme stock. They are not worth the price at this time. And I tend to agree from what I hear that the issue is it kind of came in kind of weak. It came together. Let's see what's going on. Daniel is saying GameStop, SoFi, Gores are all up a bit in the pre-market. Let's hope this continues. Happy Canada Day from the Oasis Kid. Let's see here. Let's go. I have Gores options December 21 with a strike price of $15. I'm up 40%. I'm worried about the expectation date, or are you talking about the expiration date? Is there any rule of thumb for when I should no doubt be selling these options rather than hold? Well, you want to give Gores the time to do their merger, which is July 20 is the actual shareholder date for Matterport to merge. And then it'll start trading as Matterport a couple of days after that. So until the end of July, you're not doing anything, if at all possible. You just want to wait this all the way through. So you're going to suffer gains and losses, perhaps some swings in the market price. That's normal. You're used to that. But it could be that by the time the July 20 date rolls around, Maximilian, it's possible that the shares could be in that $18 to $20 neighborhood already. And now you are really sitting pretty on the contract. Obviously, if momentum keeps building on this stock, which I think it will, $20 will not be a barrier for this stock. I mean, it could go through that like hot knife through butter. Could go beyond that, and you might be in the $22, $25 neighborhood here. Just shortly after merger, this will put you into the chips. So keep an eye on this. Look for a payoff because you're going to get one. Isaac, Bruce, do you think we're seeing a new PayPal type company in SoFi? I mean, this is exciting. We could be group floor in a future Fortune 500, maybe one day a Dow player. Isaac, you're right. I mean, this company here has the potential to become a massive financial machine. This is the kind of company that certainly could become an S&P 500 machine. It could well, because at the present pricing of the stock right now, it's already valued at $15-16 billion market cap. You triple, quadruple the number of customers that they have, which they'll easily do in the next 2 years. You're going to take this company to a point where it might be a $40-50 billion market cap outfit. That's kind of half the size of some of the big investment bankers already out there. Some of them are worth 100 million or so, 100 billion, I should say. But because these guys don't have branch offices all over the place, they are effectively being run out of servers for the national market. Their upside can be quickly attained. I mean, they can get to 5 to 10 million customers within a couple of years, and they will rival some of the largest financial institutions out there for how many customers they've got. These guys at SoFi will be involved in all banking from A to Z and back and forth. And with their bank charter coming through here, this stock could be several hundreds of dollars a share in the not too far down the road time frame. In weeks, no, but in a year or two, yeah. And sure, you could well be talking about a company that's an S&P 500 component, and it might be one of the 50 most valuable companies in the United States based on where they're headed. This is managing money, people. This is the money business, and these guys are growing exponentially every day. And we're talking ground floor here, and this is why it's so laughable to me. It's comical to me that there are analysts out there who are calling the stock overvalued. And they're probably right that, yeah, at this moment in time, this second in time, this actual instant in time, yeah, the stock's overvalued. Well, you know what? Amazon has been overvalued for 25, 30 years. Amazon has been an overvalued stock. Analysts have been saying, critics have been saying Google and Facebook and Apple have been overvalued for 30 years as well. But they still trade at these levels and go higher because these companies are growing and growing and growing. So yeah, the SoFi shares might be ahead of the company in one way, but from what I'm gathering and what I'm hearing from other analysts, they're saying no, the shares are undervalued right now. They should be at $30 a share right now. Even though that might be an overvaluation, they should be at that price, 30, not at this $19, $20 neighborhood. You have to decide who do you want to believe. But what is your objective here? Are you looking for a 1 week wonder flip? If that's all you worry about, what do you care about the future value of this company? What do you care about what it's going to do 6 months from now? You won't. You're here for a wonder flip. You're in to get out. But if you're here for a year or two and you're thinking, I'm going to give this thing a year or two to kind of mature out because what they've done in the last year is incredible. I'm going to let them keep doing this because they're not going to stop continuing to expand and grow out and bring in additional clients. So that could mean that the shares in a year from now are between 50 and 100 a share. It could mean that in 2 years from now, they're sitting between 100 and 150 a share. And in 3 years, they could be 150 to 300 a share. And you look back at 2021 and go, yeah, I remember when I was listening to Bruce talking about that SoFi at 19 something a share, and I shook my head and thought, that guy's a moron. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And boy, was he right on that one. Man, get in on the ground floor and just sit and wait. I mean, you can make more money in the market sometimes by buying and then doing nothing. That can be the secret to your success. That's the secret to Mr. Buffett. He buys into a deal he believes in, and then he just sits back and crosses his arms and go, okay, all you day flippers out there and your day trade, go ahead and trade all you want, but I'm not doing a dang thing because my game plan is the long-term game plan. He bought Dairy Queen. He bought Geico. He bought the whole Berkshire Hathaway thing. It's a patient investing machine that from the 60s to today, 60 years, 40 years, 50 years, unbelievable returns for the investors. Sit and wait. Buy, sit, and wait. SoFi is right here available. Gore's Holding is sitting here available. 23andMe is sitting here available. All ground floor opportunities. None of you are being asked to pay IPO prices where the stock is trading at $100 a share after being underwritten at 10 and 20 and $30 a share by insiders, and now you're being asked to pay 100. You're in with Richard Branson on 23andMe. You're in with Matterport and Gores. You're in with the SoFi people at as close to the ground floor as I can get you. This is an opportunity. And I think in a year from now, those of you still holding these securities, whether you've written options against them or not, or played options or not, if you still got the stock a year from now, I think you're going to be up a lot of money. And so, yeah, welcome to the party, pal. Double D, classes for beginners. Will it be broken down into a trading format like TD? It'll be broken down into a format like Uncle Bruce. It'll be done by Uncle Bruce in an Uncle Bruce style. You just got to trust me. You just got to kind of work with me on this, and just come on by and check it out. You may want to wait. Some of you might say, well, I'm going to listen to what people say about it. I'm going to let others watch it. I'll let other people watch the rerun. And then I'll see what the comments are on his live show. And if they like it, well, then maybe I'll watch it too. But if they hate it, if they think he's a moron and he's no good, well, then I won't even bother watching. can do whatever you want. It's a free country from what I last heard. Here and there, it's a free country. Let's see how it goes. Lowest volume in the last 2 days since October. Morning all, looking forward to the classes. 6 minutes to go. Aaron, well, I came from a science family, and to them you could be an ignorant one. It all depends on the viewer. Let's see. What else is going on here? Let's see. Sorry, folks. Try to keep up with your comments. They're coming through pretty darn quick. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Where am I? Here we are. Uncle Bruce, is it likely that Kyndryl becomes the classic IBM value dividend while IBM becomes a growth stock? Carlos, your guess is as good as mine. I'm hearing all the rumors, but I can't tell you what to believe. And at the moment, it's just too soon to know. But we'll see what's going on. Trish the Dish. I live in Canada, but have to work today as I am an emergency worker. Trish, thank you for your service, and you keep it going, keeping us safe. Lots of news starting to pop on news. Lots of news starting to pop on Sykestra. 2 headlines from yesterday, right on. Let's see. Here we go. Writing. I'm waiting on a nice price from FWAA and VACQ. Then my Uncle Bruce Infinity Gauntlet will be complete. Let's see. Morning, Uncle Bruce. What are your thoughts on SOFI calls? 50% $20 January 2022, 50% $30 January 2023 versus 100% January 2022. It's a question of the cost of these contracts, my friend. I hope you're not overpaying for this stuff, because I know premiums on these have gone up dramatically. If you've got money to invest, you might be better off buying 1750s, maybe 2250s. But 2022 is where I would stick to. I wouldn't bother with 2023. Okay. Let's see. Bruce, do shorts actually have to cover? I've been hearing this for months now. I don't know, Justin. I haven't heard anything that tells me that this morning. Let's go. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. We're about to open here in 3 minutes. Fantastic. Ashley, I am holding cheap Gore's calls, 2250s for October 15. Beautiful job. I love it. I want you to make a ton of money. That is good stuff. SoFi shows only as 4 employees. Is that true? That is not true. I don't know where you quote where it shows that. Wherever you're seeing that, it's probably not very accurate. Something old, something inaccurate. I don't know the number, though. Don't ask me what the number is. I can't tell you, but it's not 4. Alrighty. Let's see. Good morning. Let's see here. We watched the film Philadelphia last night. Tom Hanks and Denzel were great. They sure were great. That was Tom Hanks' first Oscar. And then he won the next year for Forrest Gump. Uncle Bruce, before the morning excitement, would you take an extra minute to explain using stocks as leverage for loans, income, such as the rich use the system, or Musk not owning anything? Well, there are people who use their margin accounts with their brokerage firms to borrow against their stock and have funds transferred to their bank account and pay off debts, loans, what have you. Replacing, car loans and credit card debt with margin debt at a much lower interest rate from their broker. There's many people who will do that and not sell the stock, then write call options against the stock to bring in income to pay off the margin. And there's that too. Anyway, there you go. When SoFi went down last week, I never felt more confident than buying more. Did you see that Robin was hit with a $70 million penalty? I did. Unbelievable. Let's see. Hang on a second here. We're opening in 1 minute. We're just about there. We're getting ready to open her up. Thank you, everybody. Here we are. Okay. Uncle Bruce, I bought 10 Gores January 21st, 2022, $20 calls for $290 a contract. Did I overpay? Well, it's an expensive contract, but between now and January, a lot of good can happen. So you're still going to make money no matter what. We're opening and we're beginning to start. Let's get it going here. Looking forward to this market. Let's see how we get things going to start the ball rolling. Welcome one, welcome all to the day here as we get this market fired up. And let's see if we can make you richer today. Fantastic. Let's go. And they're rough. Yeah, Tom Hanks, 90s run, one of the best. Yeah, he did all right. SoFi, let's take a look here. 760,000 opening trade, up 3 cents at 19.20, and now I'm showing it at 19.11, so it's jumping around here. Gamestop, I'm showing 213.69 on 49,000, down 45 cents. ATIP, showing 2,500 shares traded at 9.49, down a nickel. AMC down 24 cents on 1 million so far. Gore's up a penny on 26,000 shares. 23andMe up 11 cents on 34,800 shares. Fifth Wall down a penny. A Vector Acquisition up 12 cents to 11.01 on 30,000. Navstar down a penny. Starboard unchanged. Early indications. The Dow is up 80 points, 72 now, 72 points for the Dow. S&P is up 8.6 and NASDAQ is down 9.4. So we're showing right now. See what's going on. 19.16 on SoFi, down 1 penny on the morning on 1 million shares. Now I'm showing at 18.77 on SoFi. That's what I'm showing right now. Gores 16.21, down 4 cents. Justin, I have a couple of calls. Gores SP 17.50 for 2.5. And 23andMe pretty even. We're up 6 cents on 23andMe now, 11.75. And let's see what else we got going here. 18.87 on SoFi, down 30 cents at the moment. GameStop down $1.73 to 212.41. ATIP down a nickel at 9.50. AMC down a nickel at 56.53. Now it's down 2 pennies. Gores unchanged, 16.21. ME 23andMe 11.78, up 9 cents. SoFi now a little better. It touched 18.70. It's now 18.92. It's jumped 22 cents to now 18.85. It's just jumped up 15 cents from its low on 1.28 million so far. That's what we have. Early morning trading. This first few minutes as we sort of settle in and figure out where we're going. And we'll see what the crowd has in mind. Gores Holdings volume 37,800, sitting at 16.21, unchanged this morning. SoFi now 18.87, down 30 cents on 1.3 million volume. Gores 16.21, unchanged at the moment. Waiting to see what's going to happen here. Let's continue forward here. There we go. Pop this one up right there. There we are. SoFi jumping about a bit. 18.92 on SoFi now. Low of 18.70, high of 19.24. 18.92 down 26 cents on a volume now of 1.39 million shares in 3 minutes. That's what we have at this second in time, folks. Welcome to the opening. I'm glad you're here. Let's see what happens. 1 day at a time. Let's see what's going on. And let's see. Hey, Uncle Bruce, Market Watch shows there's a bit of a short position on ATIP, about 16%. It's not huge, but that explains the slow start on that one. Maybe we'll sit and wait. ATIP 946, down 7 cents. That could explain it. No guarantee, but it could. 18.90 on SoFi again, just under the 19 level. This is bargain-based pricing here, guys. You're not going to see this much longer. I don't think. I do not predict. I do not envision, in a month or two that SoFi will be anywhere around here anymore. I just don't. But it's the day before the long weekend, isn't it? It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, and then it's a long weekend. And so anything can happen with regards to these markets the next 48 hours. Let's see what they have in mind. GameStop at 212.53 now, 212.99, about to hit 213 a share. Let's go. I just bid 100 for 22.50 Gore call for 10.21. And let's see. Let's go. Let's see. Good morning, Cloak. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you here. Can everyone super chat Bruce today so he'll wear a suit tomorrow? Oh, no. Here, Dave says if SoFi passes 20 this morning, it'll go past 22. And let's see. RSI is trending very heavily oversold. Bought a SoFi call a couple of days ago when you recommended it, one expiring tomorrow. I bought 87 cent. What? I paid 87 cents for 17.50, now at 174. Thanks, Bruce. What is my strategy now? When to sell and exercise? Yeah, you're playing it on your own. You got to handle it on your own. But well done. I want SoFi to hit 17 again secretly because that my bank transfer to Quest Trade finally completed. It only took 24 days. Oh my gosh. Ron, Sextra headlines from yesterday. Sextra expands regional data center presence with Santa Clara. Also, Sextra files preliminary proxy with SEC for merger vote. Very good. We're getting movement here. Potential things happening. That's good stuff. And SVAC, which will be the company that these guys buy, Starboard value is up 4 cents to 10.04 on 2,400 shares. And we're just waiting for the official dates to be released, and then we'll have more certainty here. VACQ Vector Acquisition up 11 to $11 on 59,000 shares. And we've got AMC up 98 cents now to 57.66. GameStop is almost even now, 213.68, only down 48 cents. SoFi now 18.84, 18.82 at the moment. Okay. Fresh and free. I watched The Blues Brothers upon your recommendation. I saw it as a kid and I dismissed it. Seeing it as an adult, awesome, great flick. I mean, it was just so crazy, insanity. But that movie, 1980, it shows, it has a lot of, obviously, references to those days, but it is a classic. There's no doubt about that. I read on Reddit that if the non-fungible token that GameStop was projected to be filed this Friday and would be released 10 days later may be interesting. Well, we'll see if that happens. Auntie says, I loved it as a teen, that movie. Dave, AMC still has heavy purchase slope, should break the asks. Visceral, bam, just snagged 100 SoFi at 1871, 1887, nicely done. Let's see. Okay, on SVAC, there's 12,000 shares buying, waiting at 10.03. Someone is trying to get the stock at 10.03. It's now at 10.04, volume on 2,400. That's all that's traded on SVAC. There's nothing for sale. There's nothing there. Any kind of buying on SVAC would pop the stock. Well, we'll see what happens on that. Thank you for this comment. Never too early to get those thumbs ups, folks. No Yoko today, please. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, watching you after work each day and making money. Nothing quite like it. Thank you, everybody. I hope you're doing okay. You know what? NW is saying we have a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Let's go to the moon. Yeah, that famous quote from Blues Brothers. We like both kinds of music, country and Western. We're on a mission from God. Oh, that movie was great. Some of the great one-liners. Just hilarious stuff. Fantastic. I heard that they used over 40 cars. They purchased 40 used police cars from auction back then in like 79, 80, $400 a car. They were picking them up so they could wreck them. And wreck them they did with all the chase scenes they were putting together. They were using over 100 cars in the chase scenes, a record at that time for a movie. And I think that record was matched or broken in Blues Brothers 2000. Unfortunately, that movie was a disaster. It just didn't have the edge that this one had. It was a children's movie. It turned into a kids movie, the second one, which didn't work out. But the first one was pretty darn good. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Blues Brothers was an all-time favorite growing up. I had good parents to let you watch it. We're on a mission from God. Oh, man. I always wanted to buy a used Crown Vic police package car. Oh, man. Yeah, that was unreal. What a career those two could have had together, Aykroyd and Belushi. I mean, they would have been able to sign up a 12 movie package with Hollywood. They did a couple, but there could have been so much more. But Belushi couldn't keep away from the cocaine and the drugs, and it killed him. Obviously, it killed him at age 32. And too many. We've seen that story too many times, haven't we? Talk about the perfect time to buy more SoFi. Another 100, 1879. Thank you very much. 1882 right now, 1876 right now. Trivia, who was the director of the Blues Brothers? Who directed that movie? They are holding SoFi under 20. They will not let those options expire in the money. Maybe. Added 130 shares. SoFi at 1884. Let's go. Blues Brothers 2000, one of the worst sequels ever other than Caddyshack 2. What a couple of letdowns. Well, remember Jaws 2 and Jaws 3, and they were terrible too. Shaky. John Landis, that is right. I believe John Landis also directed Animal House, I believe too. Let's see. You need to go see The Penguin. No freaking way. What is an airspeed velocity of unladen shadow? Just say no to drugs, kids. 1.2 million for sale at $17 on Gores. 1.2 million shares for sale at $17. Well, it's at $15.97 right now, down 24 cents on Gores. ME, 23andMe at $11.73, down up 4 cents. Excuse me. SoFi 1871 down 45 cents. GameStop down $1.29 to $2.12. ATIP down 12 cents to $9.42. AMC down 49 cents to $56.20. Gores down 31 cents to $15.90. Is there a pattern forming here? 1 penny gain on ME, and that's not going to last much longer. Down a penny on Fifth Wall, up 4 cents on Vector, 10.93. Navsite up a penny at 9.98, and Starboard up 3 cents to 10.04. So a few ups, but mainly down markets. 18.53 now on SoFi, down 63 cents. So there are bargains available here on SoFi. Those who are not in the know, and for whatever reason, whoever's selling, they're just selling. John, same as house party. Okay, or trading places. As I get closer to my 30s, it feels more and more tragic when I learn of musicians and entertainers who die so young. Hey, Jaws 4 is quality, buddy. Quality cinema right there. Visceral, this is the way. Animal House is not house party. Laughing out loud. Snatched up more GHVI on the dip. $15.95 right now on GHVI. Summers of Bruce. Yeah, John Landis, director of Animal House 2. Had to Google that one. John Landis' mother was a hamster, and his father smelt of elderberries. Oh, man. Sold 5 SoFi July 16 $20 puts for $235. Took the premium and bought 50 shares. Dave, 1.2 million shares for sale at $17. Holy moly. Brent, I don't know that DQ. No, what is this? Wanted to share something weird. My broker offered me to purchase shares of an IPO on a Bulgarian electric sports car company, now up 100%. Can you believe that? It's not all on New York Stock Exchange. Which one of your members are getting these hedge funds to blast your recommendations, Uncle Bruce? We may have a rat in your house. I don't know. I got more SoFi. I do not like that all that red on my screen. My wallet is telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. I fart in your general directions. Forget tendies. Bring me 4 fried chickens and a Coke. Yes, I like some white toast, please. No butter. We talking a drink? No, ma'am. Do you want anything on that? No, ma'am. Just dry toast and 4 fried chickens and a Coke. That's all I want. Got to be the Blues Brothers. Let's see. Eddie and the movie Into the Night, one of my Landis's favorites. Dave, it's me live. Visceral live is a rat. I don't know what this means. I wish I had some dry powder. Dry white toast. What the curtains? GameStop 170,000 volume after 15 minutes of open. Very quiet. That's right. 213.65 down 49 cents on GameStop. We're down 49 cents on SoFi, 1872, 1874. ATIP down 4 cents. AMC down 27. Gore's off 33 cents now to 15.88. And 23andMe up 1 penny to 11.70. Fifth Wall up down a penny. Vector up 6 cents. We've got the Dow up 58 points. We have S&P up 11. NASDAQ up 25 points. That's what we have at the moment. Welcome to the early opening of the market on Thursday, July the 1st, 2021. It's Canada Day. Canada is closed today. America is open. And good morning, all, and welcome all to the channel. And I hope you're having a good morning this morning. Hopefully we can see some deals here. You might be able to scoop up some nice cheap stock or options and maybe make a little bit of money. Is white bread raw toast? That's a good question. That could well be it. You never know. White bread could be known as raw toast. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. 213.50 now. 213.65 on GameStop, down 49 cents. Volume on GameStop, 206,000 shares. We're talking quiet. We are talking quiet. Anyway. Fresh and free. My buddy gave me a hard time about GameStop. He decided to invest instead in Bangkok Airlines. For real. He has lost almost all his money. I told him to stay away from penny stocks. My goodness. Been getting SoFi offerings for years. And no, I don't live on the West Coast. If you haven't heard of SoFi yet, I don't know what to say. And happy Hoser Day. SVAC October 12.5 calls are cheap, 70 cents. Canada, salute your leader. C10 has passed. Your right to freedom of speech has begun to erode. Apparently, that bill died in the Senate. It's not going to get through. It's not going to make it. There's rare toast. Uncle Bruce, tell us your story. Canadian history, corruption, greed. Yeah, that bill C10 was going to limit people like myself potentially from being able to broadcast on stuff like YouTube. But apparently that whole bill died in the Senate on the order table and will not become law after all. So now we have to wait for an election, which is likely in the fall. And then we'll see if there's new legislation brought out next year that might be modified from this legislation. Who knows? I don't know. Baking. Bruce, I have 69 shares of GameStop and I would like to have 100 to write cover calls. Is it worth it to sell some of my SPAC stocks so I can write covered calls on GameStop? Well, there's a couple of things you can do to try to pull this off. First of all, if you don't have any extra cash and you can't afford to buy 31 GameStop shares, which right now are $212 a piece, it's a $6,000, $6,300, $6,400 purchase. What you could do is theoretically you could sell other stock to buy GameStop to get to 100. Turn around and write call options, one option against the GameStop stock. And if you can bring in say $15 or $20 a share by selling a call out far enough for a nice premium, you bring in $2,000 by doing it. That's 2,000 of the 6,000 you needed to get the stock, right? You could then turn around and buy $2,000 of these other stocks back that you purchased, that you sold. Maybe you buy call options instead of the stock you had to replace the positions with that. That might be the way to do it. So if you buy the stock at 212, write a 250, 260 contract for like a month or two, bring in $20 to $25 a share if you can. and then you use the $2,000 to $2,500 to purchase call options on some of these SPACs you sold to get these shares. You kind of replaced it in another way, and now when GameStop either goes up in value to 250, 260, you get bought out with that premium you already have. You're selling at 285, which is a nice gain on this whole thing. Turn around, buy the 100 shares back, write another call for 330, 350. If that's the case, if the stock doesn't go up to 250, 60, the contract will die worthless. You keep all that dough and rewrite a brand new contract when this one expires, or when you buy these back at a very low price, you write new $25 contracts and bring in another $2,000 and diversify yet again. That might be the way to do it. Baking, that might be the way to do it. My NSH 1119 options popped this morning. They're up 90 cents, now down to 68 already. Any news drop this morning on NSH? Well, it's at $9.98 a share. I've got nothing here on the I really got nothing here on the wires. But there's obviously speculation going on about what's about to happen in the not too distant future. So there you go. Who knows? I bought $75 puts on Royal Caribbean. I saw it on the upswing today. Something going on. Royal Caribbean this morning is sitting at it's up 90 cents to 86.18. There's nothing great going on. It did get up to 86.84. It's now 86.17. This stock will go lower. It's headed to the 40s and the 50s, in my opinion, when it's all said and done. But, you can get up days from time to time. There's a lot of optimism about the coming back of cruising and all that. But as people realize the nightmare of getting on a cruise ship and the restrictions and the fact that the cruise lines will not be able to sail at full capacity, this is going to be a financial problem for these guys. Shares are not going to do well once the street figures out, yuck, they're not going to make any money. Wow, that's insane, says Kayla. And Goodell, SVAC says same prices as VGAC was 2 months ago. If it does the same or even half of what ME's doing, they should go up substantially. What's for breakfast, Bruce? What are you going to do? I'll let you know when I know. Uncle Bruce, why was there legislation to limit Canadians speaking on YouTube? That sounds wild, but I know nothing about it. Yeah, I don't want to get into this too much. It was a very broad legislative bill to cover television, radio, internet, YouTube, and every other platform. I mean, Facebook and Google, and it was a massive thing. And there were critics saying the government's going too far in restricting freedom of speech here and there, and that should be modified and altered. The government said, no, it's fine. Quebec liked it. The rest of Canada didn't like it. It's this East French thing. And the whole thing, thank God, it passed the House of Commons, which is meaningless. It has to pass the Senate. And the Senate adjourned until September 21st, 2 days ago, leaving all bills that have not been passed by Senate to rot and die. And so this bill dies, and it just goes away, and as if it never happened. But we do know what the thinking is of some of the politicians out there for future internet communication, what have you. The question now will be, if there's going to be an election in Canada this fall, will there be a sitting in the House of Commons next spring? And could then a new bill be brought to the floor of the House of Commons regarding this, with a whole bunch of changes and adjustments and negotiations? And it all depends on who's in power and how powerful the government is that wins the election. If there's another minority election, minority government, they're going to have to wheel and deal with the opposition to make this happen. So we'll see. That's all I know. I don't want to get into it anymore, though. It's really frustrating. What can I say? What else? I love what you do, Bruce. We love it. Can you fill us in on the NSH lawsuit? I don't know of an NSH lawsuit. I'm not sure if there is one in play or not. Let's go. There's always legal notifications going on about stocks, public stocks. There are always law firms that advertise that they are investigating the company this to do about this or that, and that if you hold the shares, you call us on the 800 number and talk to us. All they're doing is they're just looking for clients. They're not doing anything with the public company. They're investigating. Law firms are using public company names to get promotion and hype. That's all it is. Okay. Let's go. Price target for the end of the year on SoFi. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to say it's going higher. The question is how high? Geo, oh, Canada standing tall together. We raise our hands and hail our flag. The Maple Leaf forever playing Stompin' Tom and Stan Rogers all day long. There you go. Playing music of dead guys. Yay. Oh, man. RCL will never be $40. Never, ever will they go down to $40. The company is just too good. It's just too beautiful. It's just too great. It's never going to go down to that. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, adjourned for 2 months. That's right. Politicians, they got it going on. They don't come back until September 21st. That's all of July, all of August, and most of September. Good gig, huh? Yeah, you want to become a senator in Canada. That's a good gig. You get appointed to the Senate by the Prime Minister. It's like a favor to you. It's like a thank you for all the support over the years for our political party. You're now a senator. That's a nice position to have. All kinds of tax-free benefits. Yeah. A host regard, my call expires tomorrow, July 2nd. What does that mean? Expire at opening tomorrow or close? At close. Does calls you bought tend to go up and down on expiry day? There's no pattern. Is there a pattern? There's no pattern. So your contracts die tomorrow at the end of the day. Yeah, that's what'll happen. Vash, Laughable, do you guys get propaganda from news that the short squeeze is over and move on from GameStop? How would they know? Can they see short positions aren't quiet or publicly share? We get all kinds of garbage out there. It's, what are you going to do? Anyway, yes. Uncle Bruce, hey, Uncle B, I picked up some IBM $145 strike calls for $9.85, expiring Feb 18. Thanks for the tip. Hope it works out. I like this deal. I like this. It's not that expensive when you compare it to the price of the stock. If the stock was a $14 stock, those are 98-cent contracts. That's how you have to equate this. So it's a $145 stock, $9.85 contract. To buy 100 shares is going to run you $14,500. To control 100 shares, to get the upside of 100 shares on the call option, costs you less than $1,000. Good move. I'm excited for you. If the stock goes to 160, you got about a $17 contract. Stock goes to 175, you got a $3,200 contract. You're gonna make money, and I like it. I like it a lot. All right, bought some more SoFi. Hi, Uncle Bruce. How you doing? Just bought the dip on SoFi. And MU, I feel good. Way to go. 1879 on SoFi, down 38 cents. GameStop 210.50, down 364. ATIP down 16 cents to 938, all on the dip here. AMC down 76 cents to 55.92. Gores down 39 cents to 15.82. And 23andMe down 2 cents to 11.67. Fifth Wall down a penny. A Vector down 4 pennies. Navsight down 3 pennies. Starboard up 3 pennies. So we only have one SPAC higher, and that's Starboard right now. Let's see. Only news today is NSH is warrants are starting to move higher. I'm trying to celebrate my birthday today, but Lottie, freaking out. Here comes Canada to steal my thunder. Okay. Let's see. I'm praying that Royal Caribbean starts to tank. It's up $6. We picked up 5 puts. Tank thing, it's up 6. Way to go. Down it goes, and you're getting richer. So you're telling me there's a chance. Uncle Bruce moving to America, if they ban your job, laughing out loud. Have you seen the run on MRI? No. Can you comment on that? No. 10. Hey, Uncle B, back in mid-June, I bought 20 calls for ME. December strike 15 at $1.80. Now down to 160. Should I be worried? When do I cut my losses? No, you've got December contracts. You're going to sit around here for a while and enjoy the ride. There'll be a ride. Let's see. So depressing not to have any dry powder. It's like they're all taunting me. SoFi trading app is up. SoFi trading app is up. Okay. Let's see. Happy birthday, Gregory. Let's see. Rich. Thank you, Rich, for becoming a new member of the channel. Welcome to the gang of crazies. Glad you're here with us. A bunch of you have joined this channel this month. As a matter of fact, there are more members now on this channel than ever before. We have hit the highest number of members that we've ever hit for this channel. And I thank you so much for that. It is really fantastic, because we had a big push at the start of it all. It was just a big rush in March. And then in April and May, we backed off a little bit. And then June, we came on, and we're now at the highest level all time. We have more people who are members of this channel than we've ever had before. And that is just a huge relief for Jennifer and I. It's an endorsement that we're doing something right for you. And we just are so happy that you're here as members, that you're talking to each other, you're getting to know each other, we're having this familial thing. Love it. Those of you who are not members, of course, you can always make a comment on the channel. If you want to do a super chat for a couple of bucks, you can always do that. You don't have to become a member. But those of you who have become members, I thank you so much. And there is a lot more being planned for members. I am looking to get more info to you as members of this channel, because you deserve the best that I can deliver, because you are believing in Jennifer and I. By doing these memberships, we want to return the favor. So thank you all so much for that. Okay, SoFi will pop a lot, folks. Talking about it, a great buy. Everybody like the one-stop shop. Hold on, I agree. I think that the SoFi stocks future is unbelievable. It's a 3-handle without a doubt in my mind, for sure. A new high-scoring members, way to go, Uncle Bruce. Thank you for being you. Thank you, Rich. Sir, congratulations to Bruce on doing such a great job with sharing information and doing good, entertaining job too. Thank you, guys. Come on back to America, Uncle Bruce, where you can talk about YouTube freely, and you can drive 2 miles without hitting a pothole. Volume is rather low today. Must be a pesky heat. That can be it too. It has been warm. Thank you all. Excuse me. I think I'm the only one on this channel that hopes stocks. I hope that hopes for some of the stocks to go down. I want one to back off so it stays below its strike price. Another one so I can double my position. Derek, thank you for this donation. I have 2250 calls expiring on Friday. Currently trading 28.5 at expiration. Do they pay full value if I let it run out? I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I would sell them and be done with it. Don't wait till the end. Just sell them. Don't play this game about waiting till the end. Hi there, Rich. Uncle Bruce. I have some shares of Hertz, and they are emerging from bankruptcy today. Could you please talk about how that works? I believe I'm getting warrants and shares. I can't tell you how that works. I don't follow Hertz. I've never followed the story in any depth. I don't know the details of this deal, and I can't tell you about it. You're going to have to follow this on your own. I've not recommended Hertz to anybody ever, but I'm happy for you. If you're making money and it's working out, way to go, because it was a long shot that this day would ever come that Hertz would come out. It's really incredible, because normally in 99.99% of every case I've ever heard, it never happens that they come out. But I'm glad it did, and I'm happy for you that it did, and I hope you make a ton of money on it. I really do, but you're going to have to do the due diligence on your own. This is the only YouTube channel I've ever and probably ever will ever monthly sub to. I just knew from watching Uncle Bruce in January and February, he was a quality person who wanted to provide his expertise. Well, thank you for that. Those are nice words. Hosting our parties. I guess I like to live life dangerously. I actually forgot about them due to life happening. Saw it today. Good thing I checked. Should have sold earlier. They were 200%. Bruce, what do you think about a postcard for everyone who is 1 year member, who's a member for a year? Well, we have plans and we have ideas and we're thinking, but to do this, it's very expensive because the postal rates are just insanity from Canada. Very expensive. However, Jennifer and I are plotting to be in the U.S. for the winter. And so if we do a postcard campaign, it could be from the USA using US postage, and that might be a lot more affordable. We'll see. John, GameStop, 337,000 volume after 30 minutes of opening, squeezing tighter. 210.61 on the stock, down 353, and very little volume. It is at 388,000 shares. Not a lot going on. SoFi, 1866, 1867, down 50 cents. It's a bargain down here. SoFi, 4.9 million shares traded, and I really suspect there is a seller selling stock. Someone is selling off stock, and shorters might be piling in behind the seller to try to keep it under pressure. I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how many we're talking about. Are we talking about 2 million, 4 million, 8 million, 16 million, 15 million shares? I have no idea. No one will tell us. But 1871 now, I can tell you, we'll know when the seller runs out of bullets, because I predict the stock will jump $1 in an hour from whatever level it's sitting at. 1860 to 1960, or 1850 to 1950, or 1880 to 1980, or whatever. It'll jump $1 as soon as the seller is out of bullets. It's just a matter of stock, and grabbing it here, you can't help yourself more than picking up this stock, because it's a deal. Spies Like Us, Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, not a bad replacement for Belushi. That movie did work out. I'm with you, says Drew. Hey, Uncle B, I put in a limit order, good till close, and I got partly filled. Is this common? I swear this never happened before. Yes, this is common. It can happen. You get a partial, and your limit is still in there. The balance of your order is still in, and so you can always wait that out. GameStop volume is drier than a teetotaler. Count me in as someone who wants NSH not to pop anytime too soon. I don't know why. Perry Page, hey, Uncle B, in your career, have you ever tried your hand at shorting a stock? How did it go? Yes, I've done shorts many a time, and yeah, you make, you lose, you break even. That's how it goes. But I don't short to look for a company to go to zero. I don't short for that. Seems like it would have had the same effect as a Hertz donut. Okay. Spies Like Us is a classic. Spies Like Us. I literally have it downloaded on my phone. Bruce leads me first time to a YouTube payment. Normally, I only watch Game 2 to get info about the gaming world every week, but actually I have a conflict of interest because I'm here. Not sure what this means. Dude, Diligence will be a cool stock channel name. But it's not that much money. I'm using them to learn and understand how options work. I knew might mess up a few times here in the start, but I'm ready for any loss of messing it up. Uncle Bruce is the first ever YouTube channel I've ever sub to as well. Thank you for that too. Uncle Bruce, you will have 10,000 watching in 3 months after word gets out about the SPAC plays. This is the thing that I'm looking forward to for all of you out there, because these SPACs are converting into regular companies. I'm not interested in being known as a GameStop guy or an AMC guy or a conspiracy theorist, short position guy. That's not my thing. Never was. I'm here to explain the market in plain English, and I've listed some stocks that I like. Including these new SPACs that I think these guys are great. I think these guys are going to do really well. And I'm hoping that some of you become extremely well off because of it, because you will tell the world, you got to watch Uncle Bruce, man. This is great. I can make money with this guy. That's how it's going to go. Dave, so this is what we're going to do today. Give it all back. I'm working towards getting 100 shares of every SPAC Bruce has recommended so I can play the call game and also buy. Uncle Bruce, when do stocks normally start selling options? Stocks don't sell options. Options markets are created in Chicago against stocks. Contract trading doesn't make the company any money. So whatever calls are happening, going on up and down and being created, written, trading, it makes no money for the public company. It is just a reflection of how the shares are doing over here on this exchange. Shares go up, contracts go up, calls. Shares go down, calls go down. Shares go up, puts go down. Shares go down, puts go up. It's an inverse, and it's the market. It's a separate market from the stock market, and it doesn't make the company any extra money. How do you spell Jen's name? Any idea? Oh, you're killing me, SoFi. I also buy calls here and there to test it out and earn some money to buy more stocks, since I don't have that much new money to play with. Bill, Uncle Bruce, good morning. How about a discount on your teaching video for long-term members after a year or something like that? I haven't even figured out how to launch this, let alone doing it like this. Christopher, finally have 100 SoFi. Could you pay someone to send it to us, because we'll be a big crowd 1 year, veterans, I guess, but I think it'll be a good idea to stay personally and then to be different than others. Just leave it with me. I smell money. For those that wish to hold back some paper, how far out is reasonable to see SoFi being a 3 handle? Who knows? That means I like it more to watch you, Uncle B. I love watching. John Van RC tweeted 13 hours ago, brick by brick. John, my daughter got some spare cash. Should she get one GameStop or 10 SoFi? She could get a half a GameStop and 5 SoFi. She could do that. The best way to look at losses in the market, assuming under $1,000, is that you are simply paying for lessons on how the market works. Uncle Bruce, it is so amazing that I also pay for YouTube Premium, so he also gets ad money and also a couple of other channels I like. There you go. Are we buying in on Krispy Kreme? I don't like this deal. The only YouTube show I've ever watched, let alone subs, I'm old. Thanks, kiddo. I like donuts. Thank you, Uncle B. Thank you, guys. Hasn't made the class already. Wants a discount. I tell you, hey, I'm up 54% on ELR8. Yay! Is a handle? I think Jennifer's up. What is the handle? Can you tell Musk to stop shilling crap coins? I don't know. Eddie, Kev Lane, 100 more. Eddie, Bruce, you could use Moonpig for postcards. They send them locally in each country from where you upload, maybe cheaper. Vatican, long-term viewers don't need discounts. We got SOFI ME already. Michael, 3-digit equals $100 or up to $999. Yeah, 3-handle could be $100 to $999. Wouldn't that be nice? 1871 on SoFi, down 46 cents. GameStop 211.70 down 244. ATIP 950 down 4 cents. AMC 56.12 down 56 cents. Gores 15.70 down 51 cents. ME 23andMe 11.75 up 6 cents. Fifth Wall up 3 cents to 1234, 1234. Vector down 6 cents to 1083. NavSite down 3 cents to 995. Starboard 1004 up 3 cents. So we got going on here. Vanek Vectors down $2.37 to 259. The Dow is up 77. S&P up 13. Nasdaq up 13. Home Depot up 93 cents. IBM up 57 cents. Then Microsoft is down 21 cents. Apple down 25 cents. Tesla down $1.61. Bed Bath & Beyond 32.46, down 83, but it's over 30 again. BlackBerry 12.07, down 15 cents. Royal Caribbean up $1 to 86.34. Norwegian up 35 cents to 29.76. Carnival up 29 cents to 26.65. Amazon up $3.90 to $3,444.06. Facebook up $1.40 to $349.11. Google up $8.27 to $25.14. Welcome to the market, one and all. Glad you could make it. Jennifer is here. How are you?
I'm good. West Texas is $75.
75.74 up 227. July 4th is in a couple of days, and then next week, watch it drop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, that's the price of at the garage. That's what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think
gas in our car.
Yeah, I can't wait to go electric. Can't wait to get a Tesla, and not go to the pump anymore. Kind of looking forward to that.
You still go to the pump. It's just a different pump.
Yeah, it's a different kind of pumping station. It's a charging station.
It's an electrical pump.
I kind of look forward to that. So how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I've got 1,131 close friends watching me right now from around the world.
Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day to the Canadians, and a lot of people saying Happy Canada Day to us, which is kind of nice. We're watching the markets here. A bit of a downer on our stocks, but they have been kind of fluctuating a bit here, so that's how they go.
Like the headline says, got some gains and some losses in the markets today.
That's what happens. Exactly.
That's how it works.
That's right. I heard today that India has cracked down on crypto coins. India's central bank is not interested in handling transactions of crypto. So that's another country that's banning it. Were they
making noise like they were going to?
I don't. It might have been. I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm not over there, but Turkey has banned it. India now is kind of banning it. China's definitely banning it. So crypto coin trading and whatever is getting more restrictive.
Yeah.
And what I wonder about is when will the United States government track every transaction of $1,000 or more? Right now it's $10,000 or more.
Right.
When the IRS tracks 1,000 or more and it makes you report every trade on your IRS declarations, I think that's the end of crypto in the United States. I mean, I think it'll be so onerous,
But if
and Big Brother will be so on you that
Yeah.
I really have a problem with that. But I'm not saying it's going to happen. I just wonder if it were to happen.
I think they don't like it because they don't control it.
Yeah, it's not their currency. It's not their base currency. India, well, Turkey in particular, definitely stopped crypto because they want Turks to only own their currency. They don't even want them to have euros. They don't even want them to have dollars. But Turks were buying crypto to get out of their country entirely. And I believe that a lot of Turkish nationals own crypto outside of Turkey. They don't even have it in Turkey. And so there's one way to skin a cat. Erdogan, the moron in Turkey, is ruining that country like you can't believe. And so the Turks have already left the country, not like physically. Their money has left the country already, and they're not bringing it back. So Erdogan can do whatever he wants, but he can't dominate them this way. Their money has walked out.
Yeah.
And so Turkey is a basket case, an economic basket case.
What do they say? It's like having a handful of sand.
Yeah.
The tighter you squeeze, the faster it goes out.
It just slips out between your fingers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Looks like we just made a payment to iTunes.
Did we?
Yet again.
What for?
Well, that's what PayPal tells me.
Oh.
One of us has iTunes.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me, Charlie. It wasn't me.
Country and Western. Two kinds of music. Country and Western.
That's right.
Blues Brothers.
I'm well-rounded.
Well-rounded.
Country and Western.
Country and Western.
That's right.
What kind of bagel am I going to have today?
I don't know.
We still haven't got the sesame bagels. We forgot to go to the store yesterday. We didn't go.
We didn't even go.
We were going to go and see if they had the bagels. We didn't go.
We didn't go.
I'll have to go today. Busy people. We're suffering from heat stroke here, so we're losing it, right?
Oh, our province is on fire. We have over 75 wildfires.
We have wildfires in British Columbia from the heat now. We have fires.
Lynette,
drying out
so fast. Within 15 minutes, the city was engulfed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's what you get when 90% of the land around you is forest.
There's that.
There's one road in and there's one.
You have one road in, one road out, and you have forest all around your town, and it's drying out dramatically, and one little spark sets it off. Yeah.
Because they set the record for the last 3 days.
Lytton, BC. Yeah. They've set the Canadian record for all-time heat, 118 degrees.
Yeah, it was
Fahrenheit.
49.8 or something.
Bad.
It was ridiculous.
We're going to be at 100, 102 today. Hot, you know.
But this is our last hot. That dome
the
of
ease.
heat
there's
is
a bit, but we're still in the mid 90s next week. We're still warm.
Oh yeah,
so
we're still warm for us.
But not mid 100s.
We normally
mid 105. So.
We're at like that 20, 29 degrees. So what's that, like 80, 85?
What overnight?
No. Our highs.
Well, we're in the 90s. We're going to be in the high 90s.
One of the things that our little valley advertises is that it's temperate. It's not too cold in the winter. It's not too hot in the summer.
Yeah, well, it's climate change is happening everywhere, so it's happening here too. Yikes!
So what do you want on this bagel? I hear stories of bagel, but I don't see a bagel.
I'm thinking of schmear.
A schmear again?
Yeah, I'm thinking the schmear was pretty darn good.
On the everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that sounds pretty good to me.
Okay.
That's a winner chicken dinner. I can't have grape jelly on the everything bagel. If there's onion in it, I can't have grape jelly with onion. I can't do it. I've got to get that. I've got to get my hands on those sesame seed bagels again. I got to get them. So hopefully today when we go into the store, we hope they're there, but we'll see what's going on. I don't know. Oh man, we'll see what's going on. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Yes, I'll take $999, Alex, for $100. Yes, let's have SoFi go to $9.99 a share. How will your contracts look then, you guys? Anyway, there you have it. I only pay for membership on Uncle Bruce first and one other. Never did that before. Glad I decided to do both. Bill, thank you. Nice to have you here. SoFi, I've been waiting patiently for you to get a bagel, Uncle Bruce. I might sell at $9.95 though. You know, if you think it's going to $9.99, I might get out maybe $9.95, $98, maybe something like that. Good morning, Jen from Larry. Tell Jen I said hi. Carter Cole says everyone who pays for this is on the best way if he listens well and move something in his payments. Thanks. Thumbs up. Thumb up for me. Thank you, everybody. Morning, Jen. Good morning, Jen. Only 500 thumbs ups. Come on, bros. We have 593 thumbs ups right now. We're at 594. We're going to hit 600 any moment on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, everybody, for helping me out, getting me through 600 already. We're on the way to 1,000 thumbs ups for the show. I know we can do it. I know you have it in you. Thank you all for nailing that thumbs up button and getting me over the top through 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1,000 thumbs ups. There's 605 here right now. They're coming in, and I thank you all so much for helping this channel get found and get discovered. This is what it's all about. Gores at 1552, 1542, unfortunately, down about 79 cents. We had a big run yesterday, profit-taking run this morning. Get used to this, though. As we get closer to the Matterport deal, we're just going to have to tolerate these kinds of moves. 1551 right now, down 70 cents. Thank you all. Uncle Bruce, the Credit Savage is saying, Uncle Bruce, I purchased one SOFI $19 put last week, just in case. And I got a nice $150 premium. So you must have sold it. You didn't buy it. The way I see it, either way I win. Now I am giddy because I may get assigned. If I do, I have my first 1,000 SOFI shares. Well, rock and roll. Jersey Todd, good morning all. Happy Canada Day. Zzz, from Evan. Hit the thumbs up for Bruce. Good morning, Jen, from John. Michael, I get the feeling Bitcoin was designed to bring down the CCP. That's why they began to restrict it. And once Bitcoin outlives its usefulness, it'll begin to be restricted here too. Carter, they can track an address, but they don't know who owns the address. You just make a new set of keys. Credit, there's a Canada Day. Well, happy Canada Day, Uncle Bruce and Jen. Viva la Canada. That's today. They don't have it in Turkey. A wallet is just 12 words. Okay. Pocket sand, says Christopher. Carter, I am a programmer. Okay. She's I don't know what that means. Damn it, Jen. Bruce, you better let Jen buy whatever she wants on iTunes. She buys country and Western. Will never be restricted here. Bitcoin, says Mark Blue, will never be restricted. Damn it, Jim, for your health. Auntie, that's what I say every time I see the notification for iTunes. Again? Oh no. Oh my, what can I say? Let's go. Well-rounded, laughing out loud. Well-rounded. By the way, good morning, Jen, and good morning all. Thank you, Splayer TV. Both kinds, country and Western. Oh my God, I just remembered I have bagels. They sold out yesterday, Bruce. They sold out. Aaron, last time I commented on my SOFI position, I had 1,000 shares. I now have 1,450 and slightly lowered my average again to 1945. Average up, average down, don't care. Have closed lots of positions to buy more. 1874 down 43 cents on SOFI. And when it goes, it will go. And by we, you mean Jen? Aha. I'm with Jen. Good news. Cigarette juice. I don't know what that means. Let's see. I just had a Costco sesame seed bagel myself a few minutes ago. Quite delicious. Oh, Matt, you're killing me. Those are my favorites. Can't get those right now. Important question. Johnny Cash or Garth Brooks? Oh, two completely different artists. Two completely different eras. Both giants. Both incredible. The Credit Savage. Uncle Bruce, you better start playing that Yoko on iTunes. Seems like the day after you destroy our ears on the market is green for your SPAC stocks. Free the Yoko, man. Bill, some places in the U.S. the heat is so bad the highways are cracking. Yes, David. Oh, IMO. I just realized Uncle B kind of looks like grown-up Charlie Brown. GameStop is green. 216.40. Thanks for the heads up, Mark. 216.40 up $1.83 on GameStop. 1874 down 43 cents on the SOFI. We're only down 6 cents on ATPI. AMC just went positive, up a dime. How about that? Look at that.
I love the Charlie Brown reference.
You love the Charlie Brown reference. She's the one that holds the football, takes it away just as I'm coming up to kick it. She's Lucy.
But I only charge you a nickel for psychiatric. So
you see the tension in my face when she touches me? Is she going to hit me or just pat me? I'm on the air, so maybe I'm safe. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. She hits. I don't know. But I got the bagel. Thank you, Jen, for the bagel. We got the shmia on the bagel.
Long stick.
We got, yeah, she has a long stick. That's true. Sometimes you won't see a stick come through. The camera can't pick it up. Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
Yay! I'm good to go. Oh my gosh. GameStop is green. 215.08 up 94 cents. 23andMe is green, up 4 cents, 11.73. The high Santa Monica today is 70 degrees. I love the reggae vibe from Proto G. I did do that this morning, by the way, for the Pussycat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but you can go visit.
Okay.
Go visit anyway. GameStop is looking to gain a bit of ground at 215. Well, let's hope so. The GameStop people knew my bagel was coming. Up went the stock, 215.91. Yeah. Okay. How come you use the Fahrenheit instead of metric? Well, a huge percentage of my audience is from a certain country that follows the Fahrenheit scale. And so with the majority of my viewers from a certain particular country that uses the Fahrenheit scale, I figured I'd go that direction. I think it's pretty obvious. The Shmia, that's what we got going on the Shmia. Uncle B, I think I did a boo-boo. I bought 100 shares of Gores yesterday around 16. I have 2 call contracts for Gores for $10 strike. Should I have waited and exercised? Exercise? No. 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 Are you long 2 call contracts? Do you own them?
You bought them.
Mm-hmm. Stick around and enjoy the show.
You could have exercised at $10.
Yeah, you're not going to exercise them. I hope they're long-term contracts.
No, he bought them with a $10 strike price, and right now the stock is at 16.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying, should I just exercise my $10 rather than buying at the market at 16?
Well, he did both. He bought stock and he's bought options.
Right.
But I don't know when he bought the options. I don't know what he paid for them.
$10 strike price.
I know the strike price, but I don't know what they paid for them.
Right.
But I don't know how long they're good for. I don't know when they expire.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things I don't know.
I would never say that.
And it's not a he, it's a she. And so there's a lot of things I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything. I'm just looking. I just moved my phone out of the way so I can see the avatar. So I have no idea what to. I don't know how to comment on this comment because I don't have the facts I need. But I'm a long-term fan of Gores, and July 20th is the vote for Matterport to take over Gores, and I expect between now and then the stock could already be higher than this substantially, and then there's the deal itself. So I mean, I thought as a Canuck we were taught metric. Yes, we do have metric here, but I have an international audience, and the majority of my audience is from a certain country where they follow Fahrenheit. Sounds like beach weather down here, says Andy. Are you okay, Bill? You only used 1 comma. You should try Swiss on that everything bagel, Bruce. Bullish. A pre-bagel question with FWA having upward movement and interested picking up. What's the event when Chicago wakes up to begin their options chain? Sooner or later, there will be options on FWAA. For those, I know many of you are waiting. I know. And when that happens, you'll all hear about it here because someone around here who's with us will say, hey, you can trade options now. So I don't know what day. I don't know what month, what minute, but it will happen. I don't know why there aren't. I wish there were. options, but I don't know why there aren't any yet. I can't answer these questions. As soon as we know, though, we'll be here. That's all I can say. Kev, I only watch for Bruce and Jen's Canadian news updates. Being in California, I'm completely out of the loop, eh? Yes, you are. If SoFi went to $999 a share, I'd gladly make a donation to Uncle Bruce. This should be an interesting question for you guys. If SoFi went to $1,000 a share, how rich would you be? What would your SoFi position be worth with your options and your stock? What would the gross number be? Give us an idea how rich you'd be. Andy, but we also have lots of air conditioners to compensate in pools. Bill, not really news. Millions more will try to cross the border as the temperature rises. U.S. population will migrate north. Mass migration to Canada. Christopher, who scared me. Uncle Bruce, have you ever been to Port Alberni in British Columbia and see the Martian Wars water bombers? No, I don't think I have. Let's see. I like classic rock and alternative rock. What do you think of Ripple possibly going public? Garlinghouse mentioned. I don't even know what that is. North Pole for me. Cause Carter said no metric back in the 70s, so USA is a metric red-headed stepchild when it comes to conversion. Can we quote the Blues Brothers again? Country and Western? Johnny Orcash. Man, oh man. We have 627 thumbs ups. Are they coming through? 641 now. Thank you for 641 thumbs ups, you guys. Yeah. Hey, I'd love to hear Yoko again. You've got great dance moves, Bruce. There are lots of Turkish nationals in Germany. And there are a whole bunch of donairs and kebab places in Germany, and they're delicious as right. Donairs. In Berlin, there are just a ton of them, and there's some really good ones. The locals know. The Germans, they'll tell you, oh, you want the best donair? Right over there, that one, or over there, that one. Yeah, they'll tell you where. Auntie says, I love Lucy. I got Jen's attention. But regarding Garth and Johnny, you have chosen wisely. Danielle, Uncle Bruce, were you a member of the Canadian band Triumph? You do lay it on the line. Oh no, not a member of the band Triumph. Damn it, Jim. Being fed is worth the beating, Bruce. It's worth getting beat. Go GameStop. Go. Well, it's back to $212.80, down $1.34. GHVI is down. Nice. Now I'll see what it can do. So I am about to start getting more. January 15 contracts on these dips. Matterport is a monster, just waiting to be released. Lucky us, we have Uncle B. This Matterport company is going to make you guys very wealthy. You're going to make a lot of money on Matterport. You got to believe me on this one. It is huge. It is huge. It's the Shmia, says Auntie. Bill, if there's a big squeeze, use profits, relocate your family, plan ahead for climate change. Buy now before the rich scoop up land, housing in cooler areas. Look at climate change map for areas. Oh my God. Uncle Bruce's huge smile when talking about Jen Stick. Uncle Bruce. Do we need to call protective services for blink twice for yes? Bagel. It's only 67 in Milwaukee. What the? Why the face? Metric equals better, or country of wankers. Farlow, I have a plan in place. Long-term investment in cooler areas. Oh, man. Keep the 100 shares, sell the option for expiry for profit, buy more shares, rinse, repeat. Jen is interpreting right. One of the main things I've taken away from Uncle Bruce is that you basically will never ever exercise your call contract. You never exercise. That's right. You never exercise your call options. Like, you just sell them for a profit. That's right. Yeah, I did. I'm so bad. Inches are dumb. Silly viewers. Fahrenheit over Celsius or even K. Oh, man. Was she ever involved in floor trading, Jen? No, she was a desk trader. A desk trader, yeah. I got a story for you. Back in about 1984, 82, 82, 83. Anyway, I can't remember exactly, but I took over the branch office as manager of the firm that I was working with. I had left the firm. I came back as the manager and VP. And 6 months in, we needed a desk trader. And Jennifer had been taking the securities course. And I decided that I was going to hire her to come into the house. And she joined the firm, and she was a rookie broker, and she was helping in the cage. She knew my cage manager. I've known him for years. We're all friends. And she really was picking up the behind the scenes clearing of securities, the trading of securities, and also desk trading functions. And I decided that we were losing our desk trader. He was moving on to greener pastures. And rather than try to find someone to do it, I decided I would put Jennifer in on the trading desk. And I contacted head office first to make sure it was all right. They said, you can do whatever you want. It's your branch. You can hire anybody you want. And so for a month, Jen joined the desk to take it over. So over a month, she learned how to do it. And the story goes that I was talking to the head desk trader for the entire brokerage company in Toronto. The number one guy there is the number one desk trader for the firm. If he doesn't like your desk trader, you replace that desk trader with somebody else. This guy had authority to that degree. And he would strongly urge the managers to get rid of these guys if they were no good. It almost never happened because we were all very fortunate. We trained our desk traders, I think, fairly well. So I told the head desk trader in Toronto, got a new desk trader coming on. It's my better half. He went, oh, man. Mr. Frommert, you know how foul-mouthed we are. I said, oh, don't worry. I'll tell her to keep it down. And he went, what? And I say, I'll control her. No. I meant, no, I know what you meant, but I will tell her to take it easy on you. So Jen becomes a desk trader, and she starts off as the assistant, learning the ropes. And then after the second week, she's pretty well running it. The desk trader that's leaving us is just kind of, just monitoring things and keeping on top of stuff. At the end of it all, the desk trader leaves us, and it's all on good terms. All is well. And Jen now takes over the desk and is running it. And the salesmen in my branch, they know not to mess with Jen. Don't be trying to fool her with any tricky talk, or don't be unclear in what you want done, because Jen will spew a volcano of references that will turn you pink and make you shatter and cry in the corner. She could hold her own. And so the head desk trader called me a little while later, like a few weeks into it. He said, "Hey, just want you to know, she's great. She's just fitting right in here. When you guys come down to Toronto, would you make sure, to introduce her to us? Because we'd love to meet her in person because she sounds fantastic." And so Jen could hold her own with all the floor traders and the desk traders. She would talk to these guys personally and just go up one side and down one side if she had to, or she'd pass on. The floor trader would say, "You tell that broker." She'd call that broker over. "I got a message for you from the head floor trader of the Vancouver Stock Exchange." "Oh yeah, he told me to tell you." And the guy's like, "Oh, Jesus." There was no messing around. It was a lot of fun. But when, Bruce? When will then be now? When is then now? Is now then, or is then going to be later? No, that was yesterday. That was before. Before what? Before now. What do you mean now? Before now? If SoFi were to get bought by, let's say, Amazon, what happens to my 10 call contracts I have with them? 5 for January. Thank you. Love the show. Okay, so let's say Amazon takes over SoFi at $500 a share. And you've got 5 call contracts at $10. Your contracts are worth $490 a share each. So let's say that's $49,000 a contract. So each contract is worth $49,000. And you've got how many of them? You got 10. You have my $10 call, my 10 call contracts I have with them, or 5 for January. Whatever number you have, they're worth 49 grand a piece. You happy now? That's pretty good. But I would guess there's nothing really important for that channel. I think you have to wait and play new games from GameStop until now. Be now. I don't know what this means for it to be now, or is it a little later? Million, says Michael. About tree fitty. I don't know what that means. So if SoFi goes to 1,000, I joke. You not. I will give half of it to Uncle Bruce. I tell you right now, I'd be a legit millionaire, says James. Expire in February, and Maram woman paid $251. Don't know what that means. Dear Lord, grant me patience right goddamn now. Right, thank you. I'm behind on so many TV shows because I just watch Uncle Bruce all day. I'd be up to about 2 million, give or take. That'd be pretty cool. There's a couple millionaires here if we hit 1,000 a share on your stock. Barb, I'm be worth 25,000. Hi, Bruce. Domingo. Hi, Domingo. I own or control the rights to just over 5,000 shares. So, at 1,000 a share times 5,000, that's a lot. Add the zeros. I have trouble with the zeros. I really do. It's 5,000, 50,000, 500,000. Is that 5 million? It would be 5 million, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty good. Damn it. SoFi. Maybe billions move north. Oh my God. So rich. I'd be so rich. If SoFi hit 1,000, I would have 28,179 pounds on today's exchange rate. That's a lot of money. You add about 60% of that for American money. That's good money. It's over 40 G's. 600,000 plus with all the premiums I'd bring in from writing calls. I would have a total of $400,000 if they went to 1,000 shares. Carrie, 1,200 shares of SoFi at 1,000, $120,000. Nice. We got some folks making money here. Not that I made a spreadsheet or anything. No. Over 1 million, says L. Chandler. 450 shares of SoFi at $19.45 and 1,000 per share. I'd be sitting on $1,450,000 with 1,450 shares. Not bad. Domingo, 100,000. Baby steps. Let's go SoFi to 31st. SoFi going to 1,000 reminds me of the fruit company Gump invested in. He doesn't have to worry about money anymore. It says, good, one less thing. That's right. I got some fruit company, some Apple or something. Yeah, got a bunch. Made a gajillion dollars. Gazillion. What imperial can you divide by 2, 3, or 4? It's just science. Sherry, that's $1.2 million. Gore's calls we're all at 10 for 3 contracts out till January, February, March strikes 5, 6, 2. Don't know what that means. Rawhide, very nice. Yes, I have trouble counting the zeros. A lot of doner and kebab, and the meat mostly comes from the border from Polska because it's cheaper there. SoFi, $1,000. I will equal 1.5 million. So SoFi went to $999. I'd be able to buy a house and pay property taxes for years and years and years to come. I would need ATIP and ME to rip to be set for life. Fun fact, donors were invented in Berlin. Donors. John Anderson, let's just say if SoFi hits 1,000, I will pay off everything and have a new Tesla. Let's just say. But there's the original from Turkey. They don't look like a kebab. It's an Iskander kebab. If SoFi hits 1,000, I'll have 1,000. Kev, new T-shirt idea for Uncle Bruce. I take beatings for bagels. Sherry, I want the same boat. Bruce, it's Tom Jones's birthday. Oh, beautiful. Uncle Bruce, I've noticed this. Stocks popping sharply and then slumping slowly, or the inverse, 9 out of 10 times. But it's the one time they keep going up or down. It always trips you up. I know. Aaron, 50 more, 1.5 thousand more. That's me tapped out for now. SoFi. Bill, just my personal opinion, holding off on 100% electric vehicles until there's many more charging stations, upgrade electric grid, more important, fast charge technology. Vertigan is laughing and smiling. Mike's going, peeking into the green, ATIP, it is. Peeking into the green, ATIP at $9.55, up a penny. SoFi $18.74 down 43 cents. GameStop $211.71 down 2.43. AMC down 28 cents. Gores down 55 cents. 23andMe up 3 cents to 11.72. Fifth Wall up 2 cents. Vector up 2 cents. NavSite down a penny, and Starboard up 3 cents. So the SPACs are coming around. They're kind of getting greenish, kind of. Never bring your partner to work with you. How did you survive? Oh, we had fun. Oh, gosh, we had fun. Fun story. All the Richie Rich are buying up New Zealand for the end of days refuge. I actually have 11 contracts. Oops. Who knew Rachel from Friends had this ferocious desk trading life? That's right. She can handle her own. She can handle her own. Bill Blair, always keep your eye on the big picture. Look out for 10, 20 years or more. Sitting Bull, brick by brick, bagel by bagel on Played the Bugles. Oscar, 50 million, baby. I would get Warren Buffett to mow my lawn. 6,333 shares, 1,000 a share would be 6,333,000 of SoFi. Woohoo! You gotta love this. I've already pledged 1% of my profit year to date to the Bruce mid-month, every month. Who's with me? Oh my gosh. Fair again. So SoFi goes to 1,000. I'll become an option writing factory. Jen was a desk trader. So she traded in rare mahoganies and teak. Oh, haha, Gore's down 60 cents after great news. Can't make this stuff up. Danielle, SoFi at 1,000 equals 1,560,000 in profit. 1.56 million in profit. Nice. If SoFi goes to $9.99, oh gosh, I would pay off my student loans, pay off my house, add to my kids' college funds, and buy more SPACs. Uncle Bruce recommends. Obviously, I give Uncle Bruce a fat donation. Fingers are crossed. Rich Uncle Bruce, please, at your earliest convenience, get back to me about your upcoming classes. Thank you so very, very much. Kayla laughing out loud. Oh, we're going to have some rich viewers. If SoFi goes to 1,000 a share, I think we're going to have some very wealthy viewers here. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be kind of fun to watch them all change. Watch them all change their ways and how they talk and how they dress and all that. Morning Bagel family. Hope everyone has an awesome day today. Thank you, Bizzle360, for being here. Mark, how about we get the 31st? How about that? $18.75 right now. We're only $12.25 away. $11.25 away from 30. And then we're only 970 away from 1,000. I mean, we're on our way, man. It's happening. It's going to happen. 955 on ATIP, up a penny. Going up again. Gore's 1566, down 55 cents. That's a bargain. 23andMe, 1170. Fifth Wall up 2 cents. Vector up 2 cents. All a little better. The Dow's up 71. S&P is up 13. NASDAQ is down 65. 0.65. 2/3 of a point. So we're not seeing too much in the way of movement today. Oil's come back just a little bit. It's up $1.68 a barrel instead of 2 something. I don't think SoFi is going to go to $9.99, but I like to daydream. I can't even put into words how life-changing that would be. Damn it. Where did the 1,000 come from anyway? I'm just hoping it hits 100 by February next year. Well, I'm just trying to get you to dream out loud. What would it mean to you? 1,000 sounds nice. Don't lose grasp of reality, though, folks. Eddie, Mark Skies, looks good to me. Go out and tell your family to join SoFi. Erico, Bruce, would you consider yourself a value investor? I know you. Thank you, Jens, for your donation. Thank you. I know you don't hold any positions, just in terms of looking at companies to invest in. A value investor. Well, I kind of look at that. Yeah, I look at value and potential, like SOFI's incredible potential. Hope everyone has an awesome day, except those who short ATIP, GHVI, and SOFI. Everyone else have a good day. Thank you. I want a rock, says Oscar. Doner kebabs, they are the bomb. I used to get one right outside the Amsterdam Central train station. Thanks, Bruce. Now I have to try and find a place in the Pacific Northwest somewhere. Danielle, if I become a millionaire, pay off everything, retire, and travel often, no fancy cars or houses, just enjoy the rest of my life. Some years, all of us have Gucci and Prada. Kev Lane, SoFi at 1,000. We all pitch in and buy our own cruise ship, the ship that Bruce built. How about that? Yes, the Donair places, the good food places. I remember in Berlin, you come out of the train station, any of the train stations, but at Alexanderplatz, you come out of the train station, and the sliding doors open up, and you're outside, and 20 feet outside the train station, it's all just pedestrian. It's a pedestrian square. You can just kind of walk around, and there are these guys who are standing there selling bratwurst. They're selling bratwurst. These are little bratwurst stands. But they're portable. These guys have these straps over their shoulders, and on their back hip, they have these propane tanks that are connected to this barbecue unit that's in this contained acrylic shell thing. And the guy's got a cooler hanging off his hip over here, which has buns in it, and then another cooler up here that has brats in it. And he's using his tongs, and he brings out these brats, and he puts them on the grill. And these brats are grilling. He's always turning them. And then you come up to him, and you buy a brat for €1.50, at least at the time I was there, it was €1.50. And you buy a pop, like a can of Diet Coke or something, for like another euro. So for €2.50, you got a cola, a soda, and a bratwurst made on the spot. And he puts the brat on a he has a napkin. He puts the bun on the napkin. He puts the brat on the napkin. He puts whatever you want on. So you can add your own toppings, or he'll do it for you. And then you hand him. He hands you the brat. You got the cola. Cola's ice cold because it's also in the cooler. And this guy's just standing there with this entire unit. He's got an umbrella attached to his back that goes up over his head, so he doesn't have any sun on him, and he's covering up everything. It's incredible. There's like 12 of these guys all over Alexanderplatz, and all around different spots all around the square. And people are walking around eating brats. It's pretty good stuff. Very good. Daydream Believers and a Homecoming Queen, SoFi. BW, I can send you some Donair in the mail if you want. That the ship that Bruce built, Eric Batts is thinking, that sounds pretty good. But those brats are incredible. But then I noticed one day I was in the square, and I was standing and just watching people for like a half an hour. And I noticed a guy who had a bike, and he was towing behind him a little mini trailer. And he had the same color scheme as the brat guys had for their umbrellas and all this. And he had the same kind of uniform on, like a T-shirt. You could tell he was one of the brat guys. And what he did was he would drive to each of the brat guys in there, wherever they were standing, and he would resupply them. So in the trailer he had colas, like sodas in cans. He had brats. He had buns, napkins, ketchup, mustard, whatever was being had, to constantly supply these guys. And the propane they had enough propane at the beginning of the day to last the whole day, to keep the grill going. And he would visit all 12 of them just in a circle, just in a big old loop. And then when he needed supplies himself, he went to a trailer that was off into the parkade area. He'd go to this trailer, which was with its own generator, with a refrigeration unit, and he would load up his little trailer from the big trailer, and then go and hit the 12 again, and around. And then these guys would shift out. You'd have one guy come to the guy to take him out, and the first guy would they would together lift up the entire unit, put it on the new guy. So the old guy would help the new guy get all settled in, and then he would continue on selling brats. It would be going on all day long, and they would be there from, 10 in the morning until 3 in the morning. I mean, almost 24 hours a day. It was incredible. What a business. Cash business. No credit cards, no debit cards, just cash. Buying brats. Like, holy moly macaroni, man. Incredible. Yeah. What can I say? You said doner. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, mailed meats in a wrap. Yeah, don't send me meat, folks. Don't send me meat. Unbelievable how they would do that in Berlin, and they were everywhere. They're all over the city. Every tourist spot has these guys standing there. And it used to be $1.30, $1.35, like €1.35. And when they went to 150, there was an outrage. People were upset. They're charging $1.50 now. This is crazy. But instead of getting a cheapo hot dog, you're getting a bratwurst, a better quality product. At least I would think so. Anyway, tasty, really tasty. Anyway, what can I say? Uncle Bruce, looking up my SOFI options for January 22. If the price is right, would you consider the $25 strike price for SOFI options? Yeah, I'd consider those. Fredericksburg, Texas is one of the best Oktoberfest festivals outside of Germany. Bratwurst, beer, and dancing, nothing but fun, fun, fun. Thomas, however you pronounce it, it's delicious. Get in my belly. Brucey, in 10 years you could make local food traveling with Uncle Bruce, and then big stock market crowds will go there too. I can imagine this, Bruce, at Royal Donuts and a local donar. Blair, I will like to purchase a Circus version SF-50 personal jet. Cirrus Vision FS SF personal has a parachute and it'll fly and land itself if the pilot is incapacitated. There you go. Oh man, I think I can read that. If we send you meat, it'll be cooked by the time you get it. Oh no, no need for the grill. No kidding. Auntie gonna have to get some brats for the Barbie on the 4th. Christopher, because of the heat. Oh man, everything will pre-cook by the heat. Oh, it's crazy. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for these thumbs ups. We now have on the thumbs up meter 698 thumbs ups. We're going to break 700 any moment now, and we're on the way to 1,000 thumbs ups. I appreciate this so much, everybody. Get us up there on the thumbs up meter. Keep them coming in. 700 plus here now. Yeah, 700. There we go. Only 33 on the downstroke. Thank you for these thumbs ups, everybody. Very much appreciated. Keep them coming on and get me to 1,000 thumbs ups today. 708 now. They're coming on. They're coming on. Thank you for the thumbs up. 711. How about that? 711. Beautiful job, all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The cheese-filled ones in Vienna are amazing. I think I'll be oven baked. Haha. I've got personal jet. Just that my mom owns the rest of the jacuzzi. Oh. Christopher Gross, I don't know what that means. SoFi 1868 down 49 cents. GameStop 211.54 down 260. ATIP 953 down a penny. AMC down 33 cents. Gores down 47 cents to 15.74. 23andMe is up 4 cents to 11.73. Fifth Wall up a penny. Vector up 4 cents. NavSite down a penny, Starboard up 4 cents. The Dow is up 64. S&P is up 12. NASDAQ is down 4. Oil, 158 a barrel. That's where we're at. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't miss the thumbs up for Bruce. SoFi makes me rich. I'm going to put my face on billboards in town with me doing random things like shooting a basketball. And the caption says, "Great shot," just to see people's reaction when they see me. Blair saying, "Damn it, Jim." Oh, having fun. I still want to build a golden statue, says Christopher. Oh, man. Thank you to, I want to give a special thank you to Jens Toft Flaskard. Thank you so much for your donation today on my PayPal account. From Denmark, thank you so much. You are in the gold medal position today for the largest donation to my channel. You've made one of the largest donations of the week. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. All of you, thank you who are doing that for me. It is awful kind of you. We love you for that. All righty. We got folks coming through here. We have people subscribing to the channel today. Thank you for that. Nice to have you joining us and becoming part of the family here. We have 734 thumbs ups and counting. They're still coming in. Thank you for getting me to 734 and getting closer to now 800. And thank you for being. I'm going to put all my winnings into funding anti-vax conspiracy posts on Facebook. That boy Louis, Uncle Bruce, thank you, buddy. Damn it, Jim. Aren't you that great shot guy from the billboard? Free Stonker, good morning, everybody. John Jepson, I will buy a yacht and name it Uncle Bruce. Ferrigan, even Dane struggled with my last name, Ferrigan. Well, you know, we just do what we can. Where's what little we have? Yeah. Coronavirus update, Euro 2020 shares blame as European caseload decline pauses. House Republican Liz Cheney appointed to the January 6th committee by Speaker Pelosi. And Gore's at 1581, down 41 cents so far today, although it has come back from the low of what looks like to be 1541. Gore's has come back from 1541 now to the 1577 level, 1580 level, a little better. SOFI 1867, down 50 cents. It is near its low of the day. We're not getting any recovery yet. There still seems to me to be a wall of selling hanging around on the SOFI right now that will eventually peter out. It will eventually peter out. I just don't know what second. But when it does, look for a $1 pop on SOFI. My hunch. So I'm saying Bruce will get all the sesame bagels. Uncle Bruce, can you wear a green shirt for the afternoon show and make stocks go up, please? Damn it, Jim. I thought it'll be great then. Tell me I've never played basketball. The next month it'll be on a skateboard. Auntie's liking this. Free Stonker, John Gibson, name that yacht plain English. Jay, if SoFi hits 1,000, I will send Bruce a bagel delivery truck driver. You guessed it, Yoko Ono. She'll be driving a bagel truck up your driveway with a whole bunch of bagels, and she'll be singing as she's offloading. Yeah. I'll wear earphones as I accept these donuts and run into the house. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Where are we at with the thumbs up? Speaking of Yoko, 746 thumbs ups. They're coming in, but I got that album right here if I need to. I guess I could play it. You know, I could put the album on if necessary. If I can't get 1,000 thumbs ups today, I mean, you know, I still got a bit of time to get 1,000 thumbs ups today. You'd think I'd be able to do it. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, featuring the hit Hell in Paradise. I mean, hey, you know, it's right here, ready to roll anytime. You guys just tell me. I'm just doing all I can. You know, running this album on my record player. 750 thumbs ups and counting. They're coming in. Thank you guys. Gotta run, Thomas. I gotta run. Happy Canada Day, Mintats. Free Stonkers laughing out loud. Everyone's laughing out loud. People are going, yeah, baby, let's play Yoko. It just picked up 100 cores to try writing a covered call. Is there a particular strike price I could consider? And for trade price, should I do at market? Thank you. Rob, you don't want to write gores right now. You don't want to write a call contract right now. You want this stock up to $25-30 before you write a call contract. This 20th of July meeting in 19 days will be the big one to take this company over by Matterport, and we can have the shares in this 2022 neighborhood already. You want to be writing contracts when we get up to these levels. Just hang tough. I'll name it Bagel Gang. Christopher Aham, we could pool our money into building a bagel making shop inside their home. Fresh bagels on demand. DQ, whoa, would you look at the time? Gotta go. Well, thumbs up for Yoko. Gregory, Bruce, any news on speculation on initial price targets for the first day of trading upon merger of some of these SPACs that are sitting around 10 currently? Can you specifically tell us on the first day that these companies have merged exactly where these shares will be and which one will go up the highest, the fastest, the quickest? And can you tell me when to buy the shares and the options minutes before everything happens, so that I have as little amount of time as possible into the deal, so that when the deal happens, it's an instantaneous reward for the maximum possible price. And then you tell me when the price hits the high price for that day, what that will be, so I can immediately put in a sell order at the high price and catch the low trade of the day, the high trade of the day, precisely on the day of merger. Would you mind just helping out? After all, you're a YouTube creator. You talk about the stock markets in plain English. the least you could do for us as viewers is give us this precise information and help us get rich without any muss or fuss. And we'll be out of your hair. We'll be driving our high-end cars, living in our high-end penthouse apartments, hanging out with our highfalutin friends, and we'll never forget what's his name on YouTube that told me everything. And that is what's coming. It's fantastic. Splitter. All right, Uncle Bagel Mob, I'm out for now. Hope you'll have a great day all. Viva la Canada. DQ. Freaking Larry. Shrug. Cool. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. You rock. It's our fault if we get yokoed. Please, thumbs ups for Bruce. Kev, thanks to the whatever, making my Canada Day great again. Uncle Bruce, do you think SoFi Gen 22 20 calls at $5 are expensive? Yeah, they are. They're kind of expensive. If you can get 1750s, you might be better off. Matterport merger finalizing June 10, right? July 10, July 20, July 20, July 20. Michael's got it. July 20. Don't forget the golden statue. Versatile, that's your plan, Bruce? Give us exact numbers, days, and times. That's your whole plan. That's the whole plan. Get her. That was your plan. Get her. That was your whole plan. Happy Canada Day. See what's your name? Uncle Bruce, you know what we need. See, there you go. I'll never forget. I'll tell you, I remember the day I was watching YouTube and I got the recommendation to buy these call contracts at precisely this time, at precisely this price, because within 15 minutes, the shares took off. The market went bloody crazy, and 4 hours later, they topped out, and I sold them all up there. I scored millions of dollars on this deal, and I owe everything to the gentleman that I got the tip from, the guy on YouTube. I'll never, ever forget and be loyal for the rest of my life to, what's his name? There you go. All right. We haven't had any Yoko, and stocks have been down since. More Yoko, Bruce. Kayla, have a wonderful day, everybody. Mustard Biscuit, get her classic. Get her, get her, get her. That's your whole plan. Get her. That was your whole, that was Ghostbusters. That's your whole plan. Get her. Cool Hand Lee, thumbs up. Eddie, Mark Blue Skies, I believe so too. There you go. 1874 on SoFi. 1875 now, down 42 cents. GameStop 211.77. ATIP 953 down a penny. AMC down 21 cents to 56.47. Gorse is coming up 15.84. Still down only 36 cents now. It's coming back. 23andMe up a penny, 11.70. We're up a penny on Fifth Wall. We're up 7 cents on Vector. We're up 4 cents on Starboard. We're up 97 points on the Dow. It's getting stronger. It's approaching the high of the day. S&P up 14. NASDAQ down 9. Let's see what's going on. Hope for the best here. Kayla, have a great day. We need some more Yoko. That's what we got. We need Yoko, man. We gotta have some Yoko. We can't get on, and we can't go on without Yoko. We don't have enough momentum here. We're now at 766 thumbs ups. Unless I get 1,000 thumbs ups, there's no way I can play Yoko. I mean, I got to have an endorsement from the audience to really convince it. You either have to send me $1,000, or you're going to have to send me 1,000 thumbs up. So you guys figure it out amongst yourselves. You discuss among yourselves. Among yourselves what you want to do and how you want to do it. And I'll wait for your final answer as to how you want to handle this. But you can either send me $1,000 in donations, or you give me 1,000 thumbs ups, and I'll play Yoko. But without either of those, I mean, there's just nothing we can do. I mean, it's just no way, we can really do that. But again, it's in your hands. You have the opportunity. You have the power. You have the ability to make greatness happen, to make greatness come together. And again, I'll leave it to you. We're now at 777 thumbs ups, which is, nice and all. McFly, George McFly, he's nice. He's nice and all. He's kind of cute and all. Yeah, he's okay. Thank you, Eddie R. You too. Kayla. Vash, I always will be loyal to my favorite AM radio station, Bagel Time with Yoko. How could I forget, Brandon? How could I forget that show? You never forget that show. 15.84 on Gores now, down 37 cents on the day. What's the French word for bagel, by the way? I'd love to see 1,001 99-cent super chats roll in, laughing out loud. That would be pretty cool. Damn it, Jim, you can get Amazon Prime Music for cheap and threaten us with a variety of music. I suggest Frank Zappa will draw 1,000 thumbs ups. No problem at all. Eddie, $1,000. You can get circa 1953 SoFi with that, you know. DQ, I think donations for Yoko works better than the Power Hour. Gundal Old, what's his nuts? We used to call him Old. What's his nuts? We used to call that guy. For future bribes, you prefer U.S. dollars or Canadian? U.S. dollars on PayPal, please. Grab the bit more SoFi under 1870. No Yoko, says Trish. Looking forward to trivia tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you what, you can send me $1,000 not to play Yoko, or you can send me $1,000 to play Yoko, or you can give me 1,000 thumbs ups to play Yoko. I mean, there's all kinds of options for you. I mean, just tell me what it's for. I keep hitting the thumbs up and it keeps going up and down. I can only give one, I guess. I'm out of thumbs. Do you take pinky fingers? Laughing out loud, get all. We're now at 788 thumbs ups. We're 212 away from the promised land of Yoko. But you know, you can always buy your way in. There's always that. Do you know the song Uranium Fever? No, I don't think I do know that song. I'm not familiar with that particular, you know, that tune, as it were. Don't think so. Okay. What can I say here? 791 thumbs ups. We had 209 away. 209 to go. 866 on SoFi, down 51 cents. The GameStop down 295. ATIP unchanged at 954. Unchanged at 954. It's battled its way back. It's done well. Lukewarm on Yoko. Big fan of the finger guns. Oh, that's the deal with the options market. It's all about Yoko. Nazareth, uranium, whatever. Uncle Bruce has never played Fallout. Come on, guys. He's never played Fallout. That's true. I haven't. I don't even know what that is. Is that a game? Is it any good? I don't know. 795 on the thumbs up, so we need 205 more. And Yoko will be played if you'd like. What can I say? Thank you, everybody, for your support. And thank you for your non-donations to have Yoko being played. That's aside. My 4-year-old is standing in front of the screen with both thumbs ups. Right on. Okay, I'm giving thumbs ups right back at you, buddy. Thank you. Fantastic. We're getting thumbs ups everywhere. This is awesome stuff. DQ, Uncle Bruce, maybe you should action seats for your classes. You'd make a killing on this. You're a musician, Uncle B. Copyright laws don't apply to live renditions. Vash, it's still an old song. Laugh Out Loud doesn't mean he couldn't have heard it. The Nazareth, yes, it's Fallout 3, 4, and 76. Very popular video game. Oh my gosh. You could play anything. Bruce, you can play the song. You're my first, my last, my everything bagel. That'd be a great tune if you played that. 798 thumbs ups. 202 away from playing some Yoko for you if that's what you want. Wow, unbelievable. I'm having trouble keeping my abs open. I'm so tired. I'm so tired from trying to make you guys money. It's not easy being me. Thank you all for being here. Back on at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the last hour of training. See how things go there. But in the meantime, 1862 on SoFi and 210.80 on GameStop and 955 on ATIP. It's up a penny. AMC down 31 cents. Gore's down 40 cents. And 23andMe down 9 cents. So it's one of those days. We're grinding here. How can you mention Fallout and not mention New Vegas? Easily the best one, laughing out loud. I have no idea what you're saying. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't understand any of this stuff. It's not easy being cheesy. That's right. It's not easy being cheesy. I'll grant you that for sure. Going to go for a stroll. Fergan, you have a good one, buddy. Thank you for being here and following and supporting. You gotta love it. Yeah, I'll tell you. So again, just to recap, I will not be on the air on Monday. That's July the 5th. The markets are closed in the USA. I will not be live. But we are getting close to the classes. It looks like next weekend. It looks like it could start next weekend. I'll be setting up reservation systems. We'll be setting up some kind of a reservation free-for-all stampede system. That's going to make everybody mad. real soon. I'm playing in parallel, Yoko, to bring energy to the stock. New Vegas was made by a different company, so it's not really whatever that means. Christopher, I need a short. I need a short of you running low on energy, leaning on the kitchen cabinets on the floor and saying, I need a bagel, then cut to skyrocketing stock prices. John Jefferson, my daughter just got 10 SOFI. She's so excited. She said to thank you. Way to go, John. Way to go, daughter of John. 10 SOFI, 1864. And hang right in there, and let's ride it to the moon. Larkin, hey, Uncle B, when puts are assigned, do they show up as traded shares on the tapes? No, I don't think they do. July 5 is closed. Oh, that's Monday. How much for classes? We'll let you know. Uncle Bruce, did you see the email I sent you with the stand-up comedy bit about the map of Canada? I don't know if you. I don't know if I have. I can't remember anything. Eddie is going Happy Canada Day from Larry. Thank you. Free Stonker. Bye. Failgan. Any awards yet? They are taking Monday stock market fund next week. Gregory, I donated pound sterling on PayPal. Should we be converting it to US dollar? It'll be done automatically. It'll automatically get done, so not a problem. Kev, Uncle Bruce needs a nap. Shut her down early. We'll be here for Yoko of the hour. The Yoko Hour. Where are we at here on, here we go right there. Thank you guys so much for your help, your encouragement, your following, your everything. I love you guys. Very, very appreciative. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Please subscribe. Thank you all for subscribing. 809 thumbs up. So we're a little short for Yoko. It's just the way it's going. Just it's too bad. It's just the way it is. 1582 on Gores now, down 39 cents. Can it take a run higher? Maybe towards the afternoon we'll go higher on this. We're going to find out pretty quick, pretty soon. Okay. Classes are $10. I haven't heard that. Looks like a big sell-off day. Hope for the power hour to pick up. I'm out later. Right on. I was thinking about $500 a class, actually. I was thinking about, $500 and that'll get you, well, you pay $500, but there's no guarantee you get in. After we see all the names, we then choose who we want in. We keep the rest. We just keep all of it, with no refunds. And then we choose who we let in, Do I hear Yoko? Less than 1 million volume for GameStop. It's so quiet. Unbelievable. Lies, NTP, lies. 954 on ATIP. It's the only one up right now on my first page of quotes. Oh, there's nothing happening here. BS, Uncle Bruce. I'll pay $1,000 for a class. I won't pay $500. I'll pay $1,000. Come on, Bagel Gang. More thumbs for Bruce, says John Jepson. Oh my goodness gracious me. Dollars? No. Make everyone pay in dong. Isaac, we keep all the extra money and use it as a learning capital to buy options. Paper trading is for losers. Christopher, not great at haggling here. Is there an exam to pass before the classes? Oh, I should do that. I should have like a $500 entry price. You have to take a test. And if you pass the test, then you get into the next level to be considered to be allowed into the class. That would be something to do. RB, Bruce, someone will take that seriously. They're going to take this seriously. They know you're not kidding. Silent auction, one spot for every class. Some of us will pay to play. Damn it, Jim. I was hoping that if I signed up, you would send me outside to bang the chalkboard erasers together to clean them. Trish the Dish, thumbs up for Bruce. Uncle Bruce University, a Steel Profits Institution. Oh, man, $500 for maybe a seat, still a better gamble than some of my own stock plays. $500, Hares got it. Uncle Bruce, a bit of technical question. Do you know how long does it take for implied volatility to start consolidating, dropping? Do you need conservative low volume days or something? I'll get back to you on that. Leo George, yes, you need to pass common sense test before option classes. James Gunn, Bruce might want to reconsider if he wants us to pay with dong or not. Christopher, what if we cannot read? See, that's $1,000 then. Then you have to pay double. You should have to fail the test to get into the class there. It's quite funny that for weeks now, nothing for sale on GameStop. Wonder why. Diamond. Wonder what's going on. 210.30 down 384 on GameStop. 1863 on SoFi, down 54 cents. ATIP unchanged. Oh my gosh. Common sense. Common sense test? Uh-oh, can I just pay more? Don't give me a common sense test. Mr. E for the win. $1 for the classes. $1 for the class. I knew I was right. $1,500. That's the price to get into the class. $1,500. You got to pay a tuition, and it's the and you got to get a student loan to cover it. And yeah, take it or leave it, says Christopher. $1,500. Take it or leave it. Yeah, you got to get student loans. $250,000 in student loans. You got to work it. The way to work it off is to start writing call contracts. I'll take classes for $50, Alex. The problem with dong is, as a currency, is I've been told some dong is worth more than other dong. On days like this, if only you only look at the holes in your portfolio, and you'll miss the glorious bagel right in front of you. There you go. Yes, that's true. You'll miss the glorious bagel in front of you. We have 816 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. We're trying to get to 1,000. Freedom says hello, Uncle B. How you doing, Freedom? Welcome to the show today. We're getting ready to shut her down here. We're at 2 hours and 50 minutes on the air now, and we're coming into the last few minutes of my day here. I got to get a little rest, get ready for the afternoon session, and keep plotting the start of the classes. Oh my gosh, we're getting ready. We're so close now. If we're not vaccinated, do we wear a mask for the classes? If you're not vaccinated, you pay $5,000 to get in. Cloak $1,500. I thought it was a per GameStop share thing. Isaac, gotta be honest, Bruce, I'm down big time. And been buying options for years, and I bought too high on every single SPAC. You just sit tight, my friend. You just sit tight. I imagine the teacher didn't show up for the class. Laugh out loud. Thanks, everybody. John Anderson is saying. Yeah. I collect all the money, and I don't do the classes. I just take off. You never hear from me again. I'm gone. I don't know where he went. He's not even on the air anymore. He's gone. What happened to this guy? I don't know. He disappeared. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for being here. I hear of options buy and hold only with nice stocks, no options for options. Classes are free, says Mark. I keep your money. That's the lessons. I keep your money. Mr. E, my wife's boyfriend has enough dong to cover all our classes. There you go. Just get that guy to pay for it. See, can I pay in bagel gift cards? See, people are scheming. There's ways to scheme this through. Uncle Bruce, regarding relative strength index RSI indicator, would you recommend a 9 length or something else? I have no comment on that. Free Stonker, I started buying options this year. Thanks, Uncle B. You taught me a heckin' a lot. I'm glad to hear about that. PPPJ, someone take notes. I will pay half price for notes. Michael Spells, I've only got my first shot so far. Does that mean I pay $2,500 for the class, Uncle B? You got one down, you get $2,500. And then when you do the other one, well, you still pay me $2,500 because you were not vaccinated when I met. Never mind. My wife's boyfriend has enough dong to cover all our spots. Oh man. Too much fun coming up. SoFi is getting hit right now. I want to get 100% and a gold star for the class. RSI depends on length of trend you're trying to analyze. Kev, Bruce, are you a Cadillac guy from the stories, like with tickets for classes in your trunk? I thought of that. Maybe I could do something like that. I should have these. I have a big roll of those tickets. You remember those raffle tickets? You'd get how many you want? 10, and they'd count 10 off, and then they split them in half, and they put half into the drum and give you the other half. Maybe I should do something like that. Yeah, discount if we're vaccinated. Another brick in the wall. We Dawn, FFS SoFi always takes the number after I buy loads more. Instead of the classic apple, do we bring the teacher bagels? Auntie, how can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? You can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat. We don't need our stocks controlled. There you go. 50-50 raffle tickets. We'll do 50-50 class tickets. We'll sell them for $1,000 each, and then we'll hand out half the money, and I'll keep the other half. 50-50. How about that? Exactly. Now we got something going. 500 bagels per class, you see. So you put up all that cash, and you guys are qualifying for a prize payout. One student wins big. Everyone else just kind of goes, yay, congratulations. Bruce, remember the story of the potato farmer you golfed with, the McDonald's guy? I just read a story about how Bill Gates is now the owner of McD's Potatoes. McDonald's potatoes. Christopher King, fight to the death? Question mark. Yeah, the billionaire that I golfed with, my buddy and I, we golfed with the billionaire who was making French fries for McDonald's and had been since 1967. Yeah. I'm trying to remember his name right now, and I'm drawing a blank right now. He's from Idaho, of course, home of the potato. Simplot, Mr. Simplot, Simplot, Mr. Simplot, and he passed away at 100. I think he made it to 103. I think no dark pool chasm on the market. The lady reckons himself a poet. The laddie reckons himself a poet. Kenny, leave them apes alone. Bale B, would you recommend buying 100 shares of NSH? Anti-teacher, leave those kids alone. BW, Carlos, so we can spray them with vaccines. There you go. Yeah, Simplot. I believe that the company was still private the last I heard, the Simplot company. Factories around the world, like farms and factories around the world to produce and freeze-dry French fries for McDonald's and also other foods as well. Huge business. How is your Tesla fund looking? We're working on it. Mystery, if we purchase the classes, can we watch them whenever we want? That's correct. You purchase the class, you'll be able to watch it again and again and again. And if you purchase the rerun, you'll be able to watch that again and again and again too. Yeah. Pickcomb, Uncle Bruce, you can also do the stack of cards and tear the playing cards in half. 52 cards for a matchup works great for, $100, $500 tickets. That works pretty good. Yes, says Justin. No, but your wife's boyfriend can watch them again and again. You need to get leather patches for your elbows. That's what you need. Isaac, have AMC and GameStop proven the idea of float as irrelevant as synthetic shares can be sent through dark pools indefinitely? It destroys the whole idea of supply and demand. They aren't even real markets. 100 shares of NSH or hold off. Love you, Uncle B. Have a great afternoon. Love you too, Jen. Thank you, ma'am. I got that right. 100 shares, NSH or hold off. Pick up the NSH. Get them. Can we short your classes for a discount? I'll buy on the dip, by the way. Ray Cohen. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Just another brick in the wall. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm going to say thank you for being here this morning. Catch me this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Thank you for the 820 thumbs up so far today. We do appreciate those. Maybe we can play some Yoko this afternoon and see how it goes. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Thank you, guys. Bruce, if they're ignoring float, how does supply and demand even work? Hope to get college diploma for taking your classes. Tear down the wall. I'm laughing. Have an awesome afternoon, peeps. Diamond, thank you, Bruce and Jen. When you get the Tesla, can you do the show from the car while it drives you to Timmy's? There will be videos of the pickup, of the acquisition of said vehicle, the discovery of all the stuff it can do. There will be a plethora of videos about it. Oh yeah. I go to the toiled and poof. All the gains on the July 2 calls I had went poof. What did you guys do? Throw it a bagel. Thanks, Uncle B. NASDAQ took a dive with SoFi or vice versa. 1836 right now on SoFi. On SoFi, that is. We don't need no education. Ta-da, everyone. See you in the afternoon. Thank you, Uncle B. Have a good break. Have a great day, everybody. Do a video on the test drive. Oh, there'll be videos. Cheers from Mr. E. I can't wait for that. Yeah, we'll see. 1835 on SoFi. Maybe it'll go up in the afternoon. I don't know. Gores, 1557. No dark scasm in the classroom. Thank you, Uncle B. Laters, alligators. That's it, kids. Thank you. We'll see you this afternoon at 3. SoFi's killing me. I want to buy more here, but the well has run dry. Wally's World, thanks, Uncle B. Great stream today for my listen-only mode. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. You got it. Shaky's Friday. How filming the Tesla acquisition is a great tax write-off opportunity. Aaron, ciao, off to work. Thanks, Uncle B. Where you at? Where are those thumbs at? Have a good afternoon, everybody. Thanks, B, from Drew. And have a good day, Uncle B. And thanks for everything, says Nazareth. You got it, guys. 823 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for that. And Ryuji, Uncle Bruce is usually announced when ETFs pick up companies like SoFi. Not really. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Not really. You don't really announce that, really. Thanks, Uncle Bruce from British Shilling. It might be announced by others, but not the fund themselves. I'm not sure. It's hard to say for sure. Okay, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and let's get richer then, because we deserve to get richer. Thanks, Uncle B from J Ray. Thanks, you guys. Bye for now.